Niners! Here we are, fam. It's Tuesday. Reminds me of a song. You know, because as we went through what we went through yesterday, it had to be. They call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Lord, and Wednesday's worse, and Thursday's oh so sad. We fly out Saturday night on the way to Washington, and I'll be so glad. 'Cause we'll be back to time to kicking ass. Fam, here's the thing. 49ers terrible Tuesday, self-inflicted wounds facilitate Ravens victory. The Ravens are okay, but the 49ers did more damage to themselves than the Ravens did. I'm not accepting it. 1 week after the Niners were celebrating the NFC West crown, fail miserably versus the Ravens, and since near perfection has become a norm. But these particular 49ers, that was a big surprise. I didn't see that coming. Now, I thought it might be a game or a contest or something like that. Maybe roll into the fourth quarter like other teams can't do. The Ravens might have the capability to at least stay on the field with the 49ers. Now the 49ers said, no, man, we just got our cap and hat, man, shirt, man. We NFC champions. The worst we could be is a 4th seed in the playoffs, man. Come on, man. What y'all gonna do, man? You want to play? Come on, let's play. And then, no. So to the phones we go for further interpretation of the game. Nick Bosa's already said on to the next one. I understand he went by and talked to Brock Purdy as Brock was sitting there all pissed off about what happened. Stinger still killing his neck. Hey, dude, on to the next one. All right, get over this. On to the next one. I'm with Nick. On to the next one. Damn that game, man. By the way, fam, Matt Pryor is coming back to help see if he can facilitate that debacle that's going on the offensive line. My God, we talked about this before the season started. You know what? When you talked about it, I always like to see the silver cloud in the lining. I'm thinking, well, no, they'll be okay, but in the back of my mind, I'm wondering, but I'm still saying, they'll be okay. No, they won't be okay. That game yesterday was that was the biggest testament to a total screw up. You know what, though? That's fine, because you know what they're going to work on as soon as the offseason gets here. Offensive line has got to be priority one. My God. McKivitz was on the left side of the line? Oh, my God. I didn't even know about that. I'm so busy getting mad about the game. McKivitz was on the left side after Trent Williams went down. That was McKivitz over there. Oh, and what's his name? What's Jalen? Oh, on the other side of the line, they killed him, carried him off on a stretcher 5 minutes after he got into the game. Oh, man. The only guy we had out there pretty much was Jake Brendel. Who knows what he's doing? Anyway, Matt Pryor's coming back. I'm not sure how much that can help. Sebastian Joseph Day, a run stopper, has been signed. 49ers came to terms with him. The Chargers let him go because Chargers are cleaning house. So they're getting rid of anybody who's paid any amount of money. And John Lynch said, stay awake, faithful. I'm going to get this dude. So he'll be out to help us because Eric Armstead and that plantar fasciitis, we're not sure. It doesn't seem like they know what's going to go on with that, how long it's going to last. I imagine should they get the playoffs, Eric will probably get up off that foot no matter what. And Willie Snead was given, I seen somebody was appraising the fact that Willie Snead got put out. Willie Snead was again waived. So he, they'll bring him back later probably, if anybody doesn't pick him up on waivers. Fam, just a couple of things about Shanahan's conference call earlier today, and I want to get you right to the phone for your interpretation of further what we were going on with last night after we were pissed off about what had happened. Because we're not used to that, fam. We're used to kicking ass and taking numbers. Now, that what happened yesterday. And if you're going to lose, Niners, you have to lose in that fashion is the problem. Shanahan said that conference call, no updates from yesterday with just injuries. It's just still too early. He says we'll have more information for you guys later today. He says updates on players who missed the game. Eric Armstead with his foot and knee still in the same situation as I just mentioned. Coach went on to say, quote, we'll see how that rehab goes this week. Ross Dwelly still coming back from his high ankle sprain. They hope to get him back in practice this week, but they still got a big day for him planned for tomorrow. Elijah Mitchell, he should be a full go this week. Good luck, Elijah. I know you can play, bro. I've seen you play. You can play. You can run some rock, man. But, oh, my God, if you could just stay out there a minute. Warren Burke's expected to get back at practice this week. And Jawan Jennings, somebody mentioned Jawan Jennings in the chat. I saw that, and it jumped out at me because, you're right. I mean, because you and I both know Willie Snead has a lot of deficiencies. Jawan Jennings is the enforcer downfield. Yeah, if you plan on coming to make a tackle, forget it. Jennings is going to bury you. He's still in protocol. See, these are some severe concussion situations. Do you remember when Jawan went down? And the Trent Williams news is what I'm mainly concerned about after that debacle on the O-line yesterday. I'm really, that's really concerning, fam. Because even Washington can beat us if we can't assemble an O-line that can protect Brock for a little bit. I know everybody's blaming Brock for every little thing that went wrong in the state, but shit. I mean, come on, man. How's he supposed to do? Guy's got 20-something games in at the most. Somebody said he had only 20. He's got an offensive line that's letting the Baltimore Ravens come at him at 100 miles an hour. He's been dealing with that all year. I understand that, but this was different. But Shannon, anyway, addressed the question after one question that I thought I'd get your reaction on. He was asked after sleeping on it and watching the film, what was the most concerning or alarming to you about how guys lost? How you guys lost? Shannon answered, I don't know. I don't think anything was that dramatic the way that was asked. I think when you turn the ball over 5 times, that's usually what happens. You can tell you piss him off when you answer certain questions. You know what I'm saying? So he goes on to say you can't have 5 turnovers and get none. You can't have over 100 yards in penalties. Get my drift? He didn't say that, but I'm just saying. What do you want when you're giving up that kind of? You're basically handing the game to him on a silver platter. Quote, question, last night after the game, quarterback Brock Purdy talked about how it's difficult for him to take a punt instead of trying to make a play. Fam, you know what? We may have a gunslinger. Although he could be a very talented gunslinger, Brock does not know. Losing is just not, on any play, is not an option with him. The question goes, how do you find a balance when you're talking to him about trying to make a big play, but also then saying, okay, it's okay for me to throw the ball away and then take a punt? Answer that. That's something you talk about with quarterbacks all the time. Brock's been one of the better ones that I've ever been around, when to take the big play and when to check it down. I thought he made one real bad decision on that last night, unquote. Fam, you remember that play? Shanahan is thoroughly pissed off about that play where he shot that ball into Debo with Hamilton standing over there just a little distance away. Fam, you know what concerns me about that? And I imagine if indeed there's a blueprint been set up now, it's always been there, but if players do it right, it's not always that easy. Brock gets that ball out a little sooner. He beats Hamilton to the ball. But it was just enough of a delay for Hamilton to get over there and get the ball. So Debo was not standing wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. He'll learn. Brock, he learns quick, and I'm sure he's going to make an adjustment. He's got to be more pissed off than we'll ever be about what just took place. Question, your range at nickel corner with defensive back Diamador Lenore coming inside, and then cornerback Ambry Thomas playing outside. Is there some level of dissatisfaction with how that's been going? In fact, I want you to address that as well, because the situation in the backfield is getting a little crazy again. Ambry Thomas is doing well until yesterday. He had a few strange mishaps. Anyway, answered by Shanahan, no, we like how it's been going. Unquote. Next, well, I guess I am. The person who asked the question went on to say, I guess I am indirectly asking about cornerback Jason Verrett playing slot. Is that just because you think he could provide an upgrade? Answer. There's a lot of different schematic things. How you use receivers in different situations. Some guys run different routes better than others. Some guys have certain attributes that we like. We get to see a lot of it here in practice, and we want to know what options we can have for certain packages and things like that. So the plan going into the game, we always dress 5 DBs, and we ended up dressing JV over cornerback Samuel Womack. Sammy, of course. We wanted to get him in there, start experimenting with a couple of things. We plan on it being real short. I know our goal is in the game was 4 to 8 plays with putting in JV. He says, I think he ended up getting 5. So just part of some schematic things to know our options for the future, unquote. JV went in and was mad as hell because he gave up a TD immediately. Next, if Ambry Thomas, this is a question, if Ambry Thomas does have to miss some time, who would be the third cornerback in that rotation? Answer? That's something that we will decide here throughout the week, see how practice goes and everything. But I thought Darrell Luter Jr. stepped in and did a good job last night. Charles, there you go. Luter Jr.'s name being mentioned in the same sentence with the rest. It was good to see JV back out on the field for the first time in 2 years to get his feet wet a little bit. We also have Sammy, who's played that role also. So we got a number of options. So, fam, I actually want JV in there because he needs reps. I want him to get up to 12 reps at least against Washington. I need him to get up to speed. If he can play, him and Tavarius Ward would probably be just outstanding. I'm not moving Diamano out of the slot. Well, I love me some Demo. You know I do. I'm talking about D-E-M-O, not D-E-E-B-O. D-E-double-B-O. That's two E's in Debo's name. Anyway, D-Mo. I don't care what anybody says. I love him in the slot. He's just vicious. He's tenacious. You're not going to get a lot of work done against him. I love him. By the way, for those in this chat that support the Eagles, I'm not the Eagles, but the Eagle fans don't do it. No, it's always the peon teams that have their cacklers. The Hawks, the Rams, yeah. The current playoff situation is this. San Francisco, of course, 11-4. We got the top seed. 13-point favorites over Washington this week. I don't like that. Don't give it too big. The inspired teams. I think Mike Florio actually pumped up the Ravens by telling them that the 49ers are going to beat the expletive out of them. Detroit Lions and Dallas Cowboys. Fam, that's the game. That's the game. Now, Detroit is not going to beat Dallas. And it's a 6-point favorite. Now, they have the ability to do so if they just would, but they're going to Dallas, and Dallas does not get beat very often in Texas Stadium unless it's us going in there. So, we need that to happen. If the Lions can beat the Cowboys, if the Cowboys can beat the Lions, I'm sorry. Wait a minute, what am I saying? No, I want the Rams. I do. I need for Dallas to beat Detroit. What am I talking about? That'll take them completely out of the picture as far as the number 1 seed. Provided, of course, we take care of business against this Washington team. Philadelphia Eagles is what I'm thinking. Now, the Eagles are favored of the Cardinals by 10.5. That is going to happen. So we're running neck and neck with the Eagles all the way to the level. We can't lose for that reason, so that means head-to-head competition will determine whether or not we can keep the number 1 seed. Unless the Cardinals get crazy and beat up the Eagles just narrowly escaped the Giants. I'm going to go back and watch the rest of that game. I stopped watching. I said, oh, man, the Eagles got this game. You get upset when you're watching a team you want to see lose and they got it made. Here we go, though. Tampa Bay Bucks are 8-7. Rams are 8-7. Hawks 8-7. They played 8-7 brothers. I wonder if all of them are going to make it. Who's 7-8? Oh, Rudy. Hey, Tony Wright, you could get right up there with those guys and make it not that up because they're not all going to lose, I imagine. Falcons get 8-8. Seattle gets 8-8. I don't think the Giants are going to beat the Rams. Honestly, to be honest, I don't even know who the Hawks play. So there's a picture for you. Clowns. Oh, God. Rudy's just going ape wild on X, man. The dude is posting. He's so delighted. His only moment of joy all season. He's all over. I told you Brock Purdy was going to get benched before the season's over. Dumbass. Brock Purdy was in the same sentence as MVP, and he's talking about, I thought he was going to get by the bench. I shot. Who's it? Evan.
How's it going, Ronbo?
Evan, it's all right, man. I just got through singing the Stormy Monday blues. I'm okay now.
Evan, rough night.
It is, because you sit back and you look at how the 49ers played. They could have just played a little better, not even a whole lot better. Get a couple of those turnovers not happen. That might have been enough. No, you got to give back to them 5 times.
I was so excited, Ronbo. I got my Purdy jersey for Christmas, and I'm sitting there like a little kid.
Don't give it in.
Wearing the jersey during the game.
Wearing
the jersey during the game. I'm sitting there all sad.
I'm sorry about that. He'll be back. Keep the jersey. It'll be fine.
No,
You'll be proud of that jersey in a minute. Yeah.
Oh, I have faith in the kid. Yeah, every quarterback has a bad day. It is what it is. But yeah, for me, the most frustrating thing is, Ronbo, is that we can never. How do I put this? They don't play their best ball when we want to see them play their best ball. If that makes sense,
It's true, especially when they're at home.
Yeah,
get the 49ers on the road, they just raise hell. But get them at home, and you want them to win and got everything advantage, and you're getting all excited like you're talking about. Look out.
Yeah, like a measuring stick game. It's like, okay, Ravens, Niners, both number 1 seeds.
Yes.
I wish they would have just played their brand of football last night.
Yes.
If they would have lost, but still played their brand of football,
yes,
I would have felt better about it,
That's
but the fact that they didn't show up at all, that's what frustrates me, because I know they're better than that,
You and me
the
both.
whole league knows they're better than that.
Damn right.
But yeah, so that for me was like the biggest bummer about last night. Like, they're not going to win every game. I have come to terms with that, but
don't lose.
I just wish they would have. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I just wish they would have played better ball, but
I tell you
it is what it is.
But I mean, I tell you something to make you feel better. The Ravens did very little to improve their standing in the Super Bowl. 49ers are still favored to go and win the Super Bowl. So they just got to quit clowning around, get refocused.
That's the other thing. Yeah. That's the other thing I wanted to mention, too, because last time in the power rankings when we were number 1 after we beat the Cowboys, the wheels fell off,
Yep.
And I had the same feeling building up to this game. We're number 1 seed, everyone's pumping us up, favorites for the Super Bowl, MV Purdy, CMC Co, MV Purdy, and then the same shit happened, so
had it in the back of my
we
mind
need
too.
to keep that. Yeah, we need to keep the underdog, mentality. Otherwise, these guys kind of, I don't know if they start feeling themselves or, it's something. But you think, like they're grown-ass men and this is their job. But, if someone's pumping you up at work, you start kind of feeling like you're
slacking off.
You're the shit, Yeah. So, but hopefully this will refocus them, and because now they don't have they have zero room for error now. Now they gotta put their chin straps on and get to work because these next 2 games are super important. So for all that,
you can appreciate that. Because the 49ers probably all pissed off now, and it was a wake up call. Hey guys, okay, later for the NFC West, anybody could win this division. All right, let's get back to work. I'm telling you that. I hate to think grown ass men, professionals would think that way, but I got a feeling they did.
Yeah, and on top of that, Ronbo, is it's Christmas, you know. Who likes to work on Christmas? But anyways, you know, yeah, they didn't mind. But yeah, we gotta lock in, and you know, don't overlook the Cardinals Philadelphia game, because that's their old coordinator, so he knows that offense pretty well.
Oh, Mr. Arms folded stoic on the sideline. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the old DC there, so he knows that offense. So look for that game to be
a little closer than I imagined. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But you know, as far as the wish we had of taking the last game off, that's not going to happen now. And hopefully, did they put any word out on Trent yet, or is that still?
No, they're still waiting for. I don't know if he's down at the clinic or what, but they're waiting for word on that a little later. I don't know how much.
They probably didn't have an MRI machine big enough for him.
No, you know. What are we going to put that big leg up on? My God. Take him to the zoo and see if they got some facility.
Yeah, exactly. Probably. But, yeah, you know, the thing that we were concerned about in the preseason, you know, is starting to rear its head, and that's the DBs and the O-line, you know.
Yep.
So hopefully, I don't want to think too far ahead, but in the draft, they take care of those issues this year.
I know. Free agency. Get me some. You know, we can't go a lot of free agency, but my God, we've got to get an offensive line that can be at least a little better than this. And Brock doesn't need an all-star offensive line. He just needs 2 seconds, 2 clean seconds. Can we get that? Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, you know, I'm not too concerned about the next 2 games, but it's just, you know, the health going into the playoffs is what I really want. You know?
I agree.
Number 1 seed would be nice, but, you know, more importantly than that is just having everyone healthy. Because, you know, in the NFC, I think we're pretty good in the NFC.
Did you say pretty good? I love that.
Pretty good, yeah.
Evan, listen, we're going to go. I'm going to be back.
Okay.
Let's go Friday, and I'll be looking for you then. I always appreciate you, fam.
All right. Sounds good.
Keep that pretty jersey on. You'll be okay.
Oh, yeah. I'll wear it proud. Win or loss, you know.
All right.
I've been a Niners fan since I was a baby. So
there you go. So you know.
You know, people don't understand. Yeah. They're like, dude, why do you get so pissed off when there's a game when they lose? I'm like, you don't know. This team was my first love. Like, that's you guys don't understand.
You know, it's deep. It goes down. It's a part of your fabric now. You know, you just don't take it. It's an emotional attachment. You can't just accept loss. Just don't do it. It's just not. It's uncomfortable.
Right. Especially when they don't show up. That's the most frustrating part. But anyways, shout out to Ellis, Tony Down Under, Papa D, Donut, Tanisha, Casey, and the rest of the crew. Have a good night.
All right. Night, Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're nice. You can go in there donating games. And here comes the great Bossini. Shabazz.
Ronbo.
Shabazz. We sitting back here still mad. You know how you get in an argument with your lady or something, and you walk in hours later or something like that. You still mad? She don't say nothing.
Right.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna bring you something. Okay? You don't say nothing. All right. That's
Ronbo.
That is right now. Yeah.
Bob looked at the schedule. This schedule was going just as I predicted it would go.
Yeah.
I told y'all we was going to lose another game. And we went on the 3-game slot.
Yep.
This could not be a perfect storybook ending.
Yeah.
There's no pressure. I don't give a damn about that MVP trophy. All I care about is the Lombardi.
That's right.
Brock can focus. Christian can focus. Lamar Jackson can be a first ballot Hall of Famer. All I care. Great for you.
Mm-hmm.
You win your second team. I want that Raven team to be arrogant. 49er fans, we moved the ball every time we got it. We had more rushing yards than them.
Yes.
We had more passing yards than them.
Yes.
Okay?
We just gave them the ball all day.
And this is, again, remember, another lesson for Kyle that is in the Super Bowl. Kyle, run the ball, hand Debo the ball, hand McCaffrey the ball, hand out the ball, hand Kittle the ball, hand Juice the ball, and only throw on third downs when we have to. Okay? Ain't no panic in me. Now, I've always been a firm believer, like I said last night, and I say again, I like to taste the copper. Hit me in my mouth and make me bleed just a little bit so I can put my hands on you the way I want to put my hands on you the rest of the way.
I'm fired up now.
Okay? I want the Ravens to win their next 2 games. They might not even make the Super Bowl, y'all. They might not even make it.
True, actually. They got to get through hell, actually. So we'll see.
You know, we might get Buffalo. Hell, we might get Kansas City. Who cares? But whoever we get, we're going to win it all. Put your money on that. All right? Mm-hmm. I ain't in a mode. I'm calm. And you know what happens before a storm and a tsunami? It gets real calm.
Kind of dark. Yeah. Air gets kind of moist and warm. And all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Yeah, that's us.
For everyone them hearing all that madness about what they did do and didn't do.
Oh, and Brock.
Them boys gonna put it
and Boss, I know we feel like Brock cares, and all they're saying about Brock right now, they're gonna bring out another Brock this weekend. Promise you that. Oh, I know.
All right. So the goal is health. The goal is the first seed. And the goal is where we Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas, baby. That's it.
Viva Las Vegas. Oh, Viva Las Vegas. You know,
right.
The thing is, the 49ers, this is like getting them refocused. It's like turning the computer off or hitting restart. I like, you're right. I kind of like that. I didn't want it to happen to the Ravens. If they would have had it happen against a Washington team, I'd have been probably a little more delighted because I don't want the Ravens and people talking about saying the things they're saying right now. It's pissing me off. I'm not, but the thing is, restart. This is a good time to restart. No problem.
Ronbo, we refocus. 49 fan. We took the last L we're going to take this year. We're going to go on a 5-game win streak and get number 6. Look at the numbers. They all add up. How many interceptions did we had? 5 turnovers. Now we can have 5 wins.
Don't forget about the yards and the penalties. How many good plays we have called back. All right, Brandon. Hey, B.A., bring that ball back here, baby. 15 yards. Right. What? Oh, man. God.
And good. Hopefully we won't see Vinovich the rest of the year. Once I knew Vinovich was doing it, I knew he was in trouble. If we don't see Vinovich in the Super Bowl, Ronbo, we good to go.
Yes, indeed.
We good to go. I don't know why he don't like the 49ers, but he ain't never liked us, and the feeling is mutual. So we good to go. Hopefully we don't see him no more. This will be the last time we see him. Matter of fact, who's doing the Super Bowl? I got to look that up.
Do they say these things far? Boss, did you see that one time Vinovich came over to the camera to announce the result of the call with his discussion with his other idiots? He stood there, he hesitated, like he didn't want to say. It was not good for the Niners, that call, I remember, but he didn't want to say. He stood there, he turned his mic on, he stood there and stared into the camera. He turned it off. He stared back at the camera. He walked a couple steps to the back, and he walked back in front of the camera, turned his mic on. I don't know if he was having some problem with his throat or something, but Vinovich, you mean to make this negative call against the 49ers, but you don't want to? Because maybe you disagreed in the discussion with the other idiots? Strange.
Outside of that Tampa game last year, in the last 5 games he's officiated against us, I think we won in 4. Somebody in chat checked it. Excuse me for me.
I said that yesterday. I said we won 1 game with Vinovich. I was shocked after the game was over.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The man, look, when I see that man, and just like when I used to see, gosh, I can't think of the other guy, Jerome Booker. Him and Jerome Booker.
And what's that other dude?
For the 49.
And what's that other dude with the big physique? His son.
Hercules?
Yeah.
Hercules.
Oh, Ed. Oh, my God. As soon as I see Ed, oh, Lord. Yeah. And every time it looks like we see Ed Hockley, it was against somebody like the Seahawks or something. Hockley, please, no. He would do us, too.
You gotta know who like us and who don't like us, Ronbo. And I tell you, man, that man, Vinovich, ain't never liked us. Jerome Booker hated us. Is Jerome Booker retired, by the way? I ain't seen him all year.
Don't call his name. It'll bring it. I don't know. I'm not. You're right.
I haven't seen him all year. I think he may have retired. I got to look that up.
Or the league evaluates at the end of the year your performances. Maybe Jerome finally messed up. Yeah. Boss, we gonna go. Hey, I tell you what, I'll be back Friday looking for you and your wisdom as far as the betting.
Right. Yeah, I'll get in here, man. We'll try to get in. Try to call upset, and man, Ronbo, shout out to you for what you do. Thanks, faithful, man. Stay faithful. Yeah. Every now and then, a little jab in the mouth, good for us. We're okay.
Yeah. We're fine.
Get back focused. We'll be Washington. Yeah. We'll see if Arizona can do us a solid and help us win, clinch our own field. Yeah. That would be nice, right?
Yeah. And we have to be Dallas Cowboy fans this weekend again for the second time, because if the Lions lose and the Cardinals can actually manage to beat the Eagles, it's over. We don't even have to play the Rams.
Right. That would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice?
I still want to beat the Rams' ass.
And to our fellow 49er fan, Rudy, I'm sorry this Christmas I didn't get you a Niner jersey, but when we win a Super Bowl, I'm getting you a Brock Purdy jersey, baby. I'm buying it. Shabazz is buying you a Brock Purdy jersey, Rudy.
I'll see you Friday, fam.
All right, see you Friday, Ronbo. Bang, bang.
Night. The great boss, Amy. Hey, yo, Jack.
We needed his ass whooping, Ronbo. We needed this ass whooping, baby.
Yeah, we got it, too. Oh, did they pour it on.
And maybe beating the Eagles, made us too big-headed and made us forget our motto, brick by brick. Yeah. We forgot, baby. We forgot. This is brick by brick. This ain't just, we beat the Eagles. Now you jump in on cloud nine and all of a sudden you ain't got to tackle this guy, and Brock Purdy ain't got to worry about Kyle Hamilton's all-pro eye manipulation, as I mentioned yesterday, as a safety, because this guy's looking that way, but he's looking actually at Debo, and he's looking at two people. That's how bad he was. And as a safety yourself, and I played the position myself, how to do it. You know what? They didn't have me as wide receiver because they had another dude that was like 6'4" on my squad. Otherwise, God damn it, I would have got me a scholarship, but that's a story for another day. But anyway, what I'm getting at is, you know what I'm saying? We needed his ass whooping. This is going to make us practice better, Ronbo. This is going to make us study better. This is going to make us think better and play better come playoffs and the Super Bowl when we get that redemption against them. Because you know what? This shit was already played out, Ronbo, by the NFL. They wanted, like you said, Brock Purdy doesn't have that face. He doesn't have that MVP face. They wanted Lamar Jackson to be the MVP. Did you see the amount of times they held our defensive end and others, Ronbo, that
I'll never
wasn't
forget
called?
Nick Bosa laying on the ground with his arms like, ref, help me out here, ref. And, he got ignored. Dude had Nick down on the ground, pinned down like it was a wrestling match.
The list goes on, all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But listen, they played this shit out. They played this shit out so they could win, right, Ronbo? They didn't call all that holding and all that bull junk. But guess what? This shit is going to be, I'm telling you right now, this shit is going to be played out as a Disney movie, us coming back and whooping their ass in the Super Bowl. The comeback kid himself, Brock Purdy, is going to come back and get that ass come Super Bowl. I'm telling you. But it was shocking on the O-line.
Yeah.
You talk about shocking. You said something about what Shanahan was asked, what was alarming to him, and all this. Yeah. You know what was alarming to me?
Right.
Was the amount of how Brandon Ayuk balled out with a backup quarterback who was with a backup O-line, and he just kept throwing it at Ayuk. He trusted it. The best route runner in the NFL. Like I told you guys, summertime, he's going to be a top 5 receiver. And he just kept going at him. And if he would have threw it to Ayuk on the last play, it would have been 26. We would have to 32, 33 or whatever.
Yeah.
And we would have onside kicked it or tried to 3 and out, try to get the ball back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I mean, Ayuk on the 50-50 balls, Ayuk. You got to just throw it up sometimes and just give it to him, man. Give him a chance because he's capable of being a snatcher, a body snatcher. Not a body snatcher. Yeah, he's going to snatch that motherfucker off the air, Ronbo. You got to give him an opportunity like that.
Mm-hmm.
in tight games like this.
I agree.
So to your point, I want to see JV, and with more reps, like you're saying, Jason Verrett is only going to get better. He was at an all-pro level, so the fact that he's healthy is making me exciting for the Super playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And but Jair Brown, Ronbo, this is what I'm saying. They were coming off a bye. They studied the shit out of us. They know Jair Brown is at his best near the line. He's not at his best in space. So I want to see Jair Brown play more near the line where he's the most effective. Even pre-draft, they were talking about this when he had problems at Penn State.
What's
your thought on that?
He's not a box safety, though. Although, how much does Jair weigh?
I disagree. I think when you put him near the line, he wreaks havoc. Yeah. He wrecks havoc, Ronbo. He has a knack for, he's good against a run, sacks, blitzing, all this stuff. There was one player in Penn State when it was at the goal line, and he just before the play even snapped, he knew bag. He was on it, and then they lost yards and they didn't even get no touchdown or something. But, yeah,
he
man.
Reads the QB really well. You're right about that. So, yeah, I'm just trying to think, can he make the play, though, with that dude, the running back, flying out of the backfield? Well, you know what? He probably can just as good as Talanoa can, because Talanoa's pretty light. Jair's a little tougher, but he got manhandled yesterday, and that kind of worried me. So I don't know.
But we'll see. Who we get now that we cut Snead? There's an other guy. Oh boy, I would say to put in rather than Snead in the game. Darren, what's his name that we got on the practice squad? But who's your third guy if we don't have Juwan Jennings? Who's your third guy, Ronbo? Who you putting in?
It's a question because they got rid of Willie, and I don't know why Kyle picked him. Who are some of the choices we have on the lower?
Somebody in the chats let us know.
Because we cut most of our guys.
But, yeah, man, even Ronnie Bell, man, let the rookie get in there, man.
Conley.
You know what I'm saying? Willie Snead ain't about that life no more.
I just realized I wanted Conley. I don't know how Snead beat all those guys out. Now that you mention it, Conley's there. There's another guy, too. Danny Gray, Ellis. No.
McVay has been watching that game and seeing everything, what we're good, bad at, and all this stuff. And they always give us a run for our money. So that's something to watch out for the last game of the season. Hopefully these teams do win, like you just mentioned, and stuff like that. But, hey, man, that's done now, fellas. We needed that ass whooping. Hopefully this gets them back on track, like Eric Armstead is about to get back on track, and we're going to get these dubs, baby. All right? We're going to be all right, fellas.
I believe that. All right. Good stuff,
yeah.
Jack. As usual, man.
All right.
Tell you what, I'll see you Friday if you got some time. All right?
All right, baby. If not, I'll see you Sunday.
All right. Looking forward to it. Good day, Jack. Jack's just starting his day. And let's go on up to Uber X Overland, Bend, Oregon. It's Matty. Matty. Hey, Matty. Well, Matty.
Hey, buddy.
We're still
good evening.
Sitting here all pissed off. It's the thing is, I think most of us are not concerned about losing because everybody has to lose some games. It's just how we lost.
Yeah.
I'm still complaining about. And some of the lingering issues we have, they're not going away this week, Matty. I'm concerned about the fact that if Trent Williams doesn't play, I can't have McKivitz on the left side again. How they're going to make these adjustments?
No,
it's real frightening. The secondary, I don't know what to think about the secondary. But go ahead. What are you thinking?
First of all, man, I just got to get this out, man. You can't tell me there's any other team in the NFL who could have 4 turnovers or technically 5 turnovers and still technically be in the game. Yeah.
True.
So when you get into the Cowboys and you get into these stupid Seahawks, and even these dumbass Rams, they just get squashed, man. It'd be like a 3-point game for them. You got people in here like G&D and stupid Jim Everett in here talking stuff, man. And it's like, man, you guys need to get out of here. You guys are blind.
Well, they're 8-7. When you're 8-7, and
yeah,
you've got no hope. You take shots at the top, so that's okay. Yeah, let them carry on. Well, we already swept the.
That's all right. They eat shit for breakfast, anyways.
And wash it down with pee. Because the thing is, we swept the Hawks 2 years in a row. And we're about to continue the tradition with the Rams, most likely. No matter how great Stafford's looking like he's straight money now. Okay, good, guys. He always looked like that. When did he not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man. Our secondary is going to be fine. I think we're going to get healthy right at the right time. We're going to steamroll these two next teams. The Commanders don't have a chance. And I think the Rams are the only, out of the two that we play next, are the only ones that even have a chance at beating us.
Hey, Matty, but
and I don't even see that happening.
I'm worried about a short week of traveling to the East Coast, though, just a little bit. But you know what? The thing is, it's not necessary for him to be at full strength. Washington's gotten rid of so many people trying to reduce salary. I mean, they're just flushing out money.
They're cleaning house.
Yeah, they're trying to build for the next team. So
yeah, they're working on next season, man. I mean, I hate to say it because I've got a couple of friends who are Redskins fans, and I'd like to see them at least. Yeah, I'd like to at least see them do something, besides just be a stagnant ass team. But yeah, I'm definitely not scared of them.
Yeah, they've got a quarterback in place. It'll be probably a little bit of a game just for the 49ers having to travel and on a short week. They got to be pissed off about what just happened. That's a loss to face, losing like that. Not losing against the Ravens, but losing in the fashion that they did. What were all the penalties, Niners? Even if you didn't turn the ball, 100 yards of penalties, you're at home. You can
That's
hear.
Ridiculous.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. How do you even, that just doesn't even make sense to me. You can't even blame all that on the refs, man. Like you can't give the refs you can't give the refs a chance to dictate the game.
Terms of the game.
You just can't. Right. Yeah, you just can't do it. That's a recipe for losing.
I mean, so that's why they can play better than that, and they got to. And I really think, Matty, they were still caught up. Yeah, we got the new hats and shirts on, man. We're looking good here. We're on the way. Everybody thinks we're the best team in the league. Stop reading your press, guys. Stay focused.
Yeah, stop reading the press, man. Yeah, I feel like we came into that game just we weren't. It's like we were ready, but we weren't ready.
There was no eye of the tiger. That's what I'm saying. I wanted them to stay intense, and they want that game as much as we did. I'm not sure if they did.
I expected so much more when we came out of halftime.
Yeah, same here.
So much more.
I was surprised.
It was just like, come on, guys, really? Like, wow.
You looked just as bad as you did the first half. Oh.
Well, when I watch you sometimes on here, and the Niners do something stupid, I've seen you get frustrated and walk away. I did the same shit after Purdy threw that fourth interception. I just about threw the damn remote to the TV.
You're talking about that one where he tried to get it to McCaffrey, but the defender was standing right there. I said, "Oh, Brock!"
Just runs right across him. I'm just like, "Oh, you got to be shitting me,
Brock."
Oh,
you haven't been doing things like that.
He was trying to force stuff. Yeah, he was trying to force things, man. I think he just, I don't know. I'd like to say it was partially because they stopped with a little bit of the run game. It's like you can't get a little bit behind like that and start forcing things through the air. It's like, man, you gotta stay true to what you're good at.
Don't panic. Exactly. I agree. Stay within
Don't panic.
Yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Stay true to yourself and just keep plugging away. Cause in my heart of hearts, even though the Ravens are a good team, I still feel like we're just a little bit better, and we just didn't go out and show it.
I think we got to do something about Zay Diggs. Zay Flowers. Yeah, Zay. That's why Kyle's looking. They're looking at Jason Verrett. We do have to do something about. You can't have guys like that. And there's other Stephon Diggs. There's other guys in case they make it too. You have to have somebody that's going to have to stop that. The quarterback cannot see that guy open every time. That's going to nullify what we're trying to do up front. So I imagine they're going to work on this to see what makes decisions.
I think they'll work on it this week in practice. I think we'll figure that out. Obviously, everybody's going to be doing some watching of the film. So
I know, right?
I think we're really going to get our stuff together this week. I hate to say it, but that punch in the mouth was probably good for us.
Oh yeah, especially right about now. Good. Let them get
perfect timing for it, right before we go into the playoffs.
Yeah, Get over those hats.
So we don't have anything to worry about. We're already number one.
I agree.
We're going to stay number one. And we're all Miami fans this weekend, right?
Right. Now, you know what? I don't care what happens to them from now on. I'm more concerned about the Cowboys. I have to root for them again to beat Detroit. And the Cardinals, they need to beat the Eagles. So, it's really funny this week watching this. We got to go, Matty.
I think it's going to be an entertaining weekend of football.
It is, isn't it? Matty, I'll see you. I'll see you Friday, all right? Hopefully you got some time.
All right, brother. It's always a pleasure, man. I appreciate everything you do, man.
Thanks,
this is the highlight of my week, brother. I always like talking to you, and I always like to chat, man. You guys are like family to me.
Yeah, I love to see that. Matty up in beautiful Bend, Oregon. That's a line. Every time I used to come in and chat, there's Matty up in beautiful Bend, Oregon. I love that.
Beautiful Bend, Oregon. Oh, yeah. All right, buddy. Well, I'll catch you Friday for the predictions.
Exactly. We're gonna be pumped. We'll be fine.
All right, buddy.
Night, Matty.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine, bro. All right. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Jim Everett, you can go away. Gene D, you can go away. Texas boy, you can stick around. You've been around for a while. At least you talk back to people. You might not be very intelligent, but it's all good.
Matty, you haven't been blocked by Texas boy yet. All right. Man, I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother.
Let's bring in Night, fam. And Rev, come on in here with the Book of Champions on his side of it. But Rev.
Ronbo. It's let me jump into it. First off, we want to thank the man, the myth, the legend, Ronbo, for giving us this platform to speak our minds.
Thanks, man.
Speak about our team, that beautiful red and gold that we wear 24/7, 365. Well, got that out of the way. Listen, I want to address a couple elephants in the room. So I laugh at the comments because we live rent-free in the minds of the Ramley rejects, Dallas cow craps. Like, I love how y'all want to come in our chat and talk noise. Like, I love it. It's funny. It just makes you look even more dumb. I can take the loss losing to a good team like the Ravens, and I can respect that loss because it's a learning lesson. But for the Ramelia reject, dude, stop. Stop. Just you sound dumb. And Texas cow crap, when we bust y'all out, you went MIA. We almost had to call the feds to come search to find you, homie. Like, y'all stop that stuff, bro. Like, we love that you hate us. And it's cool. Hate the winner. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a doggone nightmare. You scheme against them. It's just hard to do. But I respect the fact that, hey, they came in, they did their business. I respect the team that will beat us more and be real about it than to be, fakes like we got Dallas Cowgirl over here. Oh, the Cowboys is blah, blah, blah. 7-0 at home, blah, blah, blah. Bruh, seriously, you're 7 at home at home against nobody. Against nobody.
Jets.
This same Brock Purdy, as y'all call him, bust you twice. Dropped 40 on you this year.
I really don't.
Exactly. So, once again, we already have the mentality of going into this postseason. We have an objective. So, like the words of the great Bill Walsh, we're focused. We're focused. Take the L while you can. Guess what? All games got to come through Santa Clara. Let me say it again. All postseason games got to come through Levi. Enough said. We're not scared. I'm going to leave it at that. I stand proud just like my family worldwide is. We rep our red and gold no matter what, win, lose, or draw. We stood here in the dark years. We stood here in the good years.
Yes.
It don't matter. There's a reason why we're called faithful. And I'm going to end it like that. In order to beat a man, you got to beat the man.
Hell yeah. Good stuff, fam.
So I'm going to leave it at that.
All right.
Hey, Ronbo, we thank you. We love you. We appreciate it. Y'all keep fueling keep fueling the hate, people. Keep fueling the hate. Because my family shows up on game day.
Yes.
We show up. We are ready. So yeah, Texas boy, yo caller. Yeah, I hear you, dude.
Yeah.
Win a playoff game.
Yeah. The hate reflects envy. It's tearing them up. They don't sleep at night hoping the 49ers going to lose. And when they do, they get, let's rejoice.
Yeah, Texas boy, we live rent free in your head. We get it. We understand. Ronbo, we appreciate it.
Thanks,
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Everyone be safe, be blessed, have a good one. 2024, just everybody shift your mindset, be positive, be strong. That's how we do it. Bang, bang, 9 the game. Let's go.
It is. He's Momo in the chat. And Vam, Momo, Rev, get on back here Friday, man. We rarely see you on Friday. I know you're busy, but
I'll be here.
Chance.
Right. I'll be here.
Looking for you. All right,
I'll be here. All right, y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Steve.
Hey, what up?
Steve, we up. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm like, you get over it. I'm not going to wait for 24 hours. I'm over yesterday's loss. I'm looking forward to the future. I just want to make sure that we also meet our next goal of winning out and getting also that home field advantage. So all the hecklers and people who like to mess with us all the time. Yeah, hey guys, we're staying at home and waiting on you to come on over. We'll take you to dinner first down to Fisherman's Wharf and get you all full and everything. And then the following day, beat your ass right down through the dirt into hell. I just want to be able to say that,
So, was there any reason we needed to win that game? Was there any reason that we needed to play to scheme wise show what we do to that team? Was there a reason to do that?
Well, if you put it that way, no, not really.
Was there more of an attention to see what we could get away with, what would happen, what we could put on film, what we could see possibly for the Super Bowl?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Is there, other than us sitting here crying because fucking everyone's having a heyday, was there a reason to beat that team? Statistically or statly or going into the playoffs, did we need to win it? We did not, I would imagine. We just have to win the next two ones. But Steven, this one meant nothing.
I just want to add to that, though, Stephen. The thing is, anytime you're competing, no matter what, you still want to kick butt. You know, that's the way it is.
You want to, but the long-term goal is Super Bowl. It's if you tip your hand, you show them, you get good film of what, okay, this is what the Niners do against, no. This is what we had in the playbook. Maybe all the guys are like, fuck, we don't got a full playbook. We got a few plays we're going to run, but we haven't really been given like all the tricks and everything we could do. It's just kind of very vanilla, and we're going to go out. We're going to try and win. We're going to try and play a good, clean game. And I'm sure the turnovers weren't, in the card. Like, we're going to turn. No, it was just there wasn't enough there to dig into to be effective. The running, probably Christian McCaffrey. We don't want to run him. We do, but we don't really want to run him. We don't want to lean on him. We don't need the game. We don't need to get him hurt. And that was my whole approach to the game. I just hope no one gets hurt majorly.
Remember, he didn't want to run. He didn't want to run CMC at the beginning of the game. He just stayed away from running CMC. I guess he thought they were going to kill him.
Yes, it was. He was out there.
Yeah.
Yes, he was out there, but he just. I'm sure they weren't scheming for him to run. It was just. It was just kind of like, okay, we don't want to show him what we can do. We just. And I respect that. It's like, hey, the Ravens are a good team. There's a good possibility we'll be playing them in the Super Bowl. So, and this doesn't affect anything. This wasn't like, shit, we needed to win that game to get in the playoffs or have good position in the playoffs. It has nothing to do with anything. It was just an outing to get film and see what we could do. And a good learning experience for Brock. It's like, hey, you can't fucking throw the ball over your shoulder. I know it didn't turn out horrible.
Did you see the spin behind the back over the shoulder? Christian McCaffrey, who's always in position to save his quarterback, makes the catch. I did find that funny.
Yeah.
Brock, just eat it. God.
Yeah. So, and that's another thing. I mean, it was a great learning experience for him. It's like, dude, just throw it away. And I know he was probably like, dude, we turned it over. We're behind. I got to make something happen. Now maybe he just like, you know what? I just got to make sure my defense is starting from their 20 or 30 instead of our, 40 or 50 or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's a learning experience for him. He's only lost 4 games. This is the 4th loss, right?
Thank you. I mean, people that are talking about Brock Purdy at 23 years old, a little over a season, is playing better than any rookie in the NFL in the last 10 years. Okay? Other than the fact that the kid over in Texas, he's looking awfully good. But for the rest of these guys coming down the pike, they've not looked like this. So, they can talk all they want to. Wait till we see a couple of years from now. Then talk to me.
So I've been watching, I've been a Niners fan since Montana, but probably 2000, I really started watching. And you would see quarterbacks come in, and they never plugged in like Purdy did against the Dolphins, because when Garoppolo got hurt, I was just like, just run it, just hand it off. Nope. And boom, pass, catch, boom, pass. It was just
Brock.
He was, we haven't seen that. I mean, we haven't probably seen it on Niners. We haven't seen it on other teams. We haven't seen a quarterback just come in and be effective.
And he doesn't get enough. Doesn't get enough respect for that. He was in the running for the MVP. For God's sakes,
yeah,
how many rookies did that for the last 10 years?
We won Super Bowls. We won Super Bowls.
I'm just talking about the respect he's not getting, and people, ooh, Brock Purdy sucks, boo, Brock Purdy, boo, boo, boo,
That's
boo.
Because they're mad.
Okay.
They wish they
Wait
had him.
a couple of years and let's talk, okay? Go ahead, keep talking now.
What quarterback do you wish you had? None of them. You don't.
Yes.
You don't wish you had Drake, maybe Lamar, but no.
No, not for Shanahan's offense. No.
With his God damn it, with his experience he hasn't even completed a full year yet. I mean, okay, you add the games up, yes, but he hasn't completed a full NFL season. So
a little over rookie status. Steve, we got to go.
That's why they're so mad. That's why they're so mad.
I know.
I got Drake. Drake's they're mad because they ain't got him.
Steve, we got to go. Appreciate you getting in there. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
All right, buddy.
I'll see you Friday if you got time.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Have a good evening. Thank you. Love your show.
Too. Thanks,
and go Niners.
Yeah. Happy holiday, fam.
Yeah.
And hey, Aaron.
Ronbo.
Aaron, come on in, Aaron. We're digesting. We've already digested a lot of things about what happened yesterday, and now we're pretty much able to see clearly now some of the things that need to be changed and improved, and what we can look forward to next. Aaron, what has your feeling and perspectives changed since yesterday? If you got a speaker open, you probably need to close that.
Oh, hold on, Ronbo. All right, now you can hear me?
Yeah, no problem at all. So go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, to be honest, yesterday's game, I mean, there wasn't really, to play for, since we're still the 1 seed. So
NFC West is already put away, and we're partying. I got a feeling guys were partying the night before the game too, for some reason. No, they didn't. I'm just kidding. They didn't. But go ahead.
Janessa, Ernie, come here.
Aaron?
Yeah, but yes, and also it was a good learning experience for
Brock
Purdy too.
A lot of teachable moments in that game for him. Because basically it's been smooth sailing for him for weeks. Because he's been that good that he didn't hit any lumps and bruises, and if he did, he worked them out right away. Yesterday we didn't work them all out. So yeah, I'm looking for a better Brock Purdy this weekend.
Yeah, and you know, and hopefully we'll draft an offensive line.
No, that's have to. There's no hopefully. If John and Kyle, if we hear anything other called name than first round pick, the 49ers select OG, LT, John, man, don't come out of there with anything less than an offensive lineman. Your offensive line has been struggling for how long? They do this, though. The 49ers, remember the secondary, they started drafting for the secondary like crazy the last 2 years. They went for wide receivers. Kyle had a wide receiver picked out every year. They made the mistake of going for running backs. That's when they should have been picking up offensive linemen. We didn't need what's the guy that went over to Philadelphia, that running back that came in the same year as Trey? His name was Trey as well.
Oh.
And then
Trey Sermon.
Yeah, Trey Sermon, and then this last year we got TD, that kid. That Kyle won't even let him dress out for the game. That could have been 2 offensive linemen. Those were 3rd-round picks. Oh, what a waste! Anyway, and the better running backs we got, undrafted picks. Anyway, don't get me started on that. I can go for hours, but go ahead.
But yeah. So I think, I truly think we'll bounce back this week, and and see what the Cardinals do against the Eagles.
Hey, remember their coach is over there. I didn't even know that. Somebody just informed me that. I forgot about that. The coach was standing on the sideline with his arms folded, giving us a little bit of trouble. He's from Philadelphia. He knows the Eagles like nobody else. It might not be that easy of a game.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Gannon?
Yeah, it's Gannon.
Johnson.
Yeah, Gannon.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time in Philly. He can fix you a chili cheesesteak sandwich right now with not even a thought. We'll see.
But yeah, I was hoping to see John Feliciano at right guard because he's been playing so well, but
yeah. Where'd they put him yesterday?
I think yesterday they put him at
left guard.
Yeah, because I think Aaron Banks got injured.
No doubt. And you know what's really scary about Aaron Banks? He hurt that same toe again. So don't look for him to play this weekend. So you know what? I don't mind Banks because Feliciano can play for him. I just worry about the tackles. Who's going to play the tackles now? Burford? They tried that. And Burford got mauled. You know what, though? We're not going to see the same intensity from this defensive line. The Ravens are no joke. You can't come in with anything weak on your offensive line, or they will hurt you. So maybe they'll be okay against Washington. Washington, we got their guys. They got Sweat. They sent him to Chicago. We already picked up Chase. So whomever they got on the edges can't be as bad. God.
Yeah, and like I said, even great quarterbacks have bad games.
Oh yeah. Look at Patrick; he had one a few hours earlier.
Yeah, and I don't know why people are throwing trash on Purdy.
He's a 49er. And he's been getting lots of love all year. They hate that the 49ers are doing so well to begin with. So the first chance they get, and they had to wait for weeks. Here they come. And they'll be leaving soon, though. Don't worry.
Yeah. But,
you go ahead and listen, I'm going to see you Friday because I saw a clock tick out. But Friday, bring that score, and let's continue. All right? Always appreciate you, Aaron.
All right, Ronbo. Take care.
You too. Night, Aaron. And there he is. Nighthawk!
What's up, Rambo?
Hello! Nighthawk, you, man. we're sitting up here and we're licking our wounds because we're not used to this. Like, a lot of other teams get their ass beat every week. It's nothing new for them. But for us, Nighthawk, it's not a normal experience. We're having to figure this out and try to make an adjustment to it. We'll be okay, though. Nighthawk, what you watch that game. What how you feeling?
But you know what? I'm like this. I think that's good that we lost.
Yeah, probably is.
I mean, it's not a bad. I mean, that's good because
but it did some
that's
good.
a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So because just in case we go to the playoff, and then if you lose in the playoff, that's it. You can't fix nothing.
Nope.
So I think it was a good thing that Baltimore did beat us. And like I said, I'm not nothing against Baltimore. They played good, and I respect them.
Yeah. Give Lamar the MVP. That's all right.
I respect Baltimore. I mean, they beat us, and I respect them. But I don't respect. I do not respect no Philly. I don't respect no Philly or Dallas.
Philly fans, well, they suck. And Dallas fans, we got history with them people. So yeah, this is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, because Dallas think that all bad too. I mean, who did Dallas play? Nobody.
All year for 2 years.
And they lost to they lost to the Dolphins.
That was funny, wasn't it?
So I don't know why they're talking shit.
They're not. They got people here and there saying things. You can't find a Cowboy except for the ones that ain't got good sense. Texas Boy's off in here, and I don't know what he has to say. But the thing is, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, how embarrassing.
And then he says we lost to the Vikings. Okay, yeah, but you lost to the Dolphins
and the Cardinals.
And then Philly beat the crap out of you guys.
Yep. They got revenge for that, but still, you can't be losing to teams like they've lost to and be talking. I don't know. There's no shame among some fans.
Yeah, but I do respect Baltimore.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's okay. We will bounce back. That's like a lesson. So hopefully we will beat the Commanders.
The Commanders, they're trying to fix things. I imagine there's going to be a coaching change. They're shedding salaries so they have money. The Commanders are going to be real busy in the offseason. They're going to be some of the biggest players as far as trying to confiscate players out there. They got high round draft picks because they're not doing. How many games the Commanders won? 1 or 2, 3 maybe?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Anyway, they're going to be high on the draft order. So, they've got plans. I'm sure they've sat around their boardroom and figured out what they want to do. They got rid of Chase and they got rid of Sweat off the edges. Those guys are going to be expensive. Contracts coming up. So the Commanders want to start all over again. So we're gonna get a team in transition playing them this weekend. They got the quarterback.
But like I said, I'm used to this. I'm used to because, like I said, I'm a diehard 49ers fan till I die because I'm used to this. So it's like I'm used to this.
We've been through it, haven't we?
And we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that Super Bowl.
I think so, because that's weeks away, and I suspect health will be okay. Because they're not going to play everybody; they're going to let everybody heal up before the playoffs, even if you're not ready. And they're going to try to manage to win these games, these next 2 games, with Trent Williams probably sitting down. A lot of guys are going to be resting. I don't know if we're going to play. Aaron Banks has got a hurt toe. So, we got to get people healthy for the playoff stretch. And then
okay, well, I'm not
going to
hold you up, man. I know you got to go. I know you got to go, but I'm not going to hold you up.
Right.
Can you give me a shout out?
I can do that. I can, Nighthawk. It's good to see Nighthawk.
Go Niners. We got this. Go Niners. We got this.
Yeah, we do.
I'm out.
Nighthawk. Don't make me wait. We'll be back here Friday looking for you.
Okay.
All right, Viv. And hey, Jesse.
That's a good one, so you be on that one.
Jesse. Hello. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Jesse. 323 area code. Hello. Area code 323. I see your name, Jesse.
Hello?
Yeah, there you are. Hello. Is your name Jesse?
Hey. No, I guess it's my wife's phone, so I guess it's under her name.
All right.
Yeah. So how you doing, Ronbo?
I'm all right. I got over that loss. I mean, 49ers, I know they're better than that. They just had a day. But just there were some things that are issues that are going to have to be fixed if we're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not worried about the playoffs so much. Hey, Jess, what am I going to call you though? I mean, let's not call you by your wife's name. What is your name?
Oh, you could call me Dula.
Dula? D-U-D-O-O-L-A? D-U-L-A? Huh?
Correct.
Okay.
D-U-L-A.
All right, D-U-L-A. All right. Dula, so your feelings on things that are played out here in the last 24 hours.
I just want to make this short and sweet. Now, I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
See, everybody talking about our Niners when we lose. Okay, we lost this game by a lot to the Ravens. But I remember in '95 when Steve Young was going, I believe, his first Super Bowl win. And we lost to the Eagles 49-3. And they said it was over.
Yep.
So don't get discouraged. Teams lose by a big deficit, but you have to look at the body of work. And when you look at the body of work that the 49ers have done this season, we on track. Our defense is tight. We have one of the best offense. And we're going to be rolling. Trust me.
No doubt.
We're going to be rolling. We got to keep that faith, and we're going to be rolling strong. And Brock Purdy, everybody got to understand, Brock Purdy is a young quarterback. Relax.
They don't care.
He's going to make some mistakes.
The ignorance is just rolling. They act like he's been in the league for 4 or 5 years. They just taking shots at him. Says, you ignorant dumbass. You know what? Brock Purdy is one of the best rookie coming out of college in years. So go ahead, keep talking and let him get older and more mature and more experienced, and then watch him stuff it down your throat. I can't wait.
Exactly. Just rest our players. Hope they get healthy, and we make that move. We make that move in the playoffs, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Go Niners.
Yeah, because one thing about Kyle, he may be a lot of things, but when it comes to getting his teams ready for the playoffs, NFCCG is the end of the road, and then from there, now we got to get past that a little. You know what? Last year we had to play 3 games. The year before, you know what? Let's stop with the 3 games this year, Dula. Give me 2 games sitting home waiting. Now you're running into a hornet's nest. Come on in and watch it. Oh,
that's right.
Man. Yeah. They got to get that home field. I want that.
That's what I want. That is very important. I want that. I want that home field advantage. And we're going to get it. I think what Shanahan made a mistake against the Ravens is he didn't run. He didn't run the ball. I know he probably had his scheme where he felt that, he wanted to pass first, but I just think he should have ran the ball a little bit more. Take the pressure off of Purdy, because that Baltimore defense is legit.
Yeah.
And
you can't come at them sideways.
I think next time. Yeah. They was ready for us, but it's okay. It's okay.
They were, weren't they? They really were.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, Dula, did you see? You know what Kyle likes to do? We like to throw into spots, right? And the receiver comes and clips it off and takes off. Well, Brock missed his mark a couple of times, and a couple of times he was late, right? But like we're saying, Brock Purdy is 23. He's allowed to have his days. He's been smooth mostly all season long, but he can still play. And I'm sure from that wake-up call he just had, he's a sharp kid. He learns fast, and he applies.
Right.
I'm looking for I'm looking for a really good ball player this Sunday.
Right. One thing I did like, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave you with this, that the Ravens did so good is I think they was bumping our receivers. They was taking our timing off a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was bumping the receivers, you know, and we got to time it offense. So I think that's what hurt us as well too. But Shanahan gonna be ready for that. He's a wizard.
And Dooley, you mentioned physicalness. See, that's where you have to have your Jawan Jennings. You need your Debos. These are the guys, you can be physical all you want to, but this could be something you won't want to do too much because both of them will give it right back to you. So that's what I'm saying. I really needed Jawan Jennings in this game. And Debo, nobody messes with Debo anyway. So, you know, and George Kittle, come on, man. Come on. So that's why any team that wants to play physical, we can match up with that. Not a problem. I just want to make sure that I need Trent Williams healthy. And I need Kyle to come up with a better play call for the team he's playing. I get the feeling Kyle didn't really study the Ravens as hard as he should have, but we'll see.
Exactly.
He did, yes.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Ronbo. You'll be hearing from me all the time. So
I'm glad to hear that, dude.
I like your channel, man, and this is my first time calling. It's been a pleasure.
It's my pleasure's mine. I'll be back Friday if you got time. We'll be looking for you.
Okay, most definitely.
All right. Night, dude. Happy holiday.
Same to you.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Hey, Steven.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Steven, we're sitting here and we're being attacked from all edges. This is when the 49er family has to group up and circle the wagons because they're tearing us apart on the daily shows. The resident trolls they've enlisted an army. They're all over the chat. So we got to put up with this until Sunday. And Steven, what are you thinking?
What am I thinking? Well, Brock Purdy had a bad game.
Yeah.
I mean, to say the least.
He did.
Our run game. What makes me mad is that we'll never see Kyle Shanahan take any kind of blame or fault. He's too perfect, which is irritating because it'll always fall back on the players for lack of execution or whatever reason.
And Steven, you know what he calls Brock Purdy? He says Brock Purdy is a combination of arrogant and cocky and humble. I said, Kyle, you got a lot of nerve. He gets that from you.
A lot of nerve.
God.
But what was it?
That's Rome. Hey, Rome.
You hear him?
Yeah. Go ahead.
He's got a lot to say about the game too. He ain't too happy about it.
I don't blame him.
But
probably doesn't like the refs.
What was it? One of the main talking points everyone's been saying is that, Brock Purdy's out of the MVP race. Granted, he still has the best passer QB rating out of the entire NFL with 4 interceptions.
Yep.
And here's the shady part too. We had more yards per carry, more yards thrown, more rushing yards, and we still lost because we killed ourselves.
And you mentioned that with the turnovers, they still we were in a position to make another score. I mean, it's not like they beat us up as far as just looking at the game.
No, we beat ourselves. Ronbo. If they beat us up, I mean, Brock Purdy would have had a fumble. There would have been strip sacks. They would have played absolute lights out. Granted, every single pass he threw, with the exception of maybe one, had bounced off of his own player's hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yesterday everybody's blaming all those INTs on Brock. I said, you know what? Are you guys watching the same game I'm watching? I got guys out there playing volleyball. When it gets to that point, it's out of Brock's hands. That's not him. That's whomever's out there batting the ball around. And who's not
you know what, Ronbo?
grabbing it.
We cut your favorite player, Willie Snead, which is nice.
I told you about Willie. He's bad. He doesn't block. He doesn't do anything.
No, he doesn't, which is crazy to me because I'm like, damn, bro, you play in the NFL and you don't block? That's weird. But I'm kind of glad we signed Day, probably for chips, for pennies on the dollar, because he was a free agent from the Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
What else?
He'll help. We need him until Eric Armstead can get back anyway. He's a run stopper.
And the Ravens, I don't know, who have they played really well? Like, what team have they played that was really well built that they've stomped out?
I didn't look at the schedule. I meant to do that.
They were kind of close.
Now that you mention it, I didn't look. I thought about it. I was going to look. I said, who have the Ravens played this year? They had a hard time with the Rams.
You know what? Well, you know what makes me mad, Ronbo, is not only does Brock Purdy try to force the plays, but Kyle forces plays. If you're doing 3 passing plays, or you're going, 3 passing plays, and you basically are on 4th down, why are you going to go ahead and let's say what the next time you get the ball, you're going to do more passing plays, like as if it's going to work, like something's changed? Like,
and the defense isn't paying attention? Exactly.
Yeah. Pass, run, or run, pass, or run, pass, run. You got to mix it up. Look at how well McCaffrey did. Look at how Deebo Samuel did. Deebo took a hit off of Hamilton, like a brick wall, literally just bounced him off.
I know, right? That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Hamilton's hard. I was impressed with that.
Hard.
Yeah.
So I mean, damn, good shit, Deebo. But if we're gonna do this right, we got to do this right. We can't be sticking to like one game plan and be like, okay, we're just gonna pass all game, because Ravens had our number.
Yeah.
Ravens.
I mean, John Harbaugh had him ready, didn't he?
Oh, he did. And and you cannot sleep on Harbaugh. Harbaugh is, I mean, the guy has won a Super Bowl against us.
And too much experience. The guy knows everything there is about football. And if there's an anti coach for our guy, it's got to be him.
Yeah, Ronbo, I'll give credit where it's due. John Harbaugh is a phenomenal coach. There are sometimes I wish like he had left the Ravens and come to the 49ers.
with his wide receiver.
Yeah. Zay Flowers? Oh, that dude's crazy.
No, I mean back in the day when what's that receiver we got from the immediately after that Super Bowl that year?
Ooh. Nah, not Emmanuel. No.
That
Who
year.
was Pierre Garçon.
Anquan Bolden.
Anquan Bolden.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks to be there.
Man, but yesterday's game was bittersweet. And granted, hopefully the Niners wake up, because we're riding that high of kicking the shit out of Philly at home.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do we kick the shit out of Philly, but we kick the shit out of Dallas. Those two teams, those two fan bases have nothing to talk about.
They do.
Because
they keep talking though.
We walked in their home, socked them in their mouth, took their lunch money, and left. Both teams.
And told them, you better have my money ready tomorrow too. Hey, Steve, we got to go though, fam. Let me see. I'll be back Friday, and let's do this some more.
All right, Ronbo.
All right. Hey, Rome. Good night, Rome. How old is he now?
He's about to fall asleep right now.
Is he a little over a year?
A year and a half.
Year and a half, even. All right.
He's about a year and a half.
All right. Start throwing him the ball. All right. All right, Steven.
Hey, Ronbo, you was right. It was Conley we was talking about. Conley was the man.
Yeah, I know. I want to see him. All right, guys. All right, Steven. See you Friday, man. Okay. Otto, Van, whatever your name is, I know what you're trying to do, and yes, if you spam, you will get blocked. Okay, so we know what you're saying. It's not true. Normally, as you trolls like to do. No, Sam Darnold did not replace Brock Purdy. He came in because Brock was injured, and he finished the game. So no, your stupid wish is not true. Hey, don't keep putting it up there. I will block you, though. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo. How's your night going, buddy?
Michael,
I know.
Yeah, it'll be better, but,
I know.
We'll be fine.
I know. They got tortured by a lot of Baltimore Ravens fans on YouTube. They're all sitting there talking trash, and then yeah, that's all right. I tell them you could beat us once, but you won't beat us twice.
Yeah. What are the odds of the 49ers coming back with all them turnovers and penalties again? I don't think so.
Oh, no. And like the guy said in 95, I remember that blowout and blowing the pants out. That was a junior in high school when the 49ers went to the Super Bowl. So I've seen a lot of brutal games. Trust me. This one was I like to find out which one was the worst one in history of the 49ers. What was the worst blowout?
Oh,
that's something I got to look at.
Oh, wow.
The same Super Bowl era, Super Bowl era, which the Super Bowl we won.
I remember that game.
Yeah.
It was before. Wait a minute. Oh man, Emilio, help me. Oh, I was watching that game and I was livid. Oh.
They've been throwing the TV out the window, throwing everything out the window.
Running through the house, screaming, yelling, cursing, and I got in my car and drove around afterwards. I was so pissed. I said, "What the
Panic,
what kind of game was that? Oh, Niners, give me a break!" That was
I remember that. But I'm glad we got rid of Willie Snead. Willie Snead was a waste. I'm thinking that receiver was a waste. You better off putting Colin in, the other guy, and put the guy from Michigan, short guy. Let him go out and run. Hey, young blood out there.
Chris Conley.
Chris Conley.
Chris is like, Kyle doesn't want to play him. He won't even let him return.
I don't know if he's the next Jaguar. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
45-3 Lions. It wasn't that early. That's got to be considered one, though. 45-3 Lions. Lions beat the 49ers 45-3 back in '67. Now, I didn't see that one, but I saw there was one somewhere in the 80s. Because I was so
I'd like to know.
mad. Anyway, go ahead.
But I mean, that game, I was talking to Steve Young's brother about the game. He says, "Oh, no, what are you going to say? Don't worry about it. Keep your head up, man, because these next two games, these teams better watch out. The Niners are going to be on fire. Trust me. Purdy's going to be blowing. You watch.
Recalibrated.
He's going to be rampaging.
Yeah. Look out for him now.
Oh, he's going to go crazy. I bet he's going to go crazy on the Commanders. He's probably going to take the Commanders out so bad, the coach from the Commanders will be out fast.
We do have a problem, though. I don't know about Trent Williams. I don't think he's going to play this week, and I don't know if he should play this week. If he's got a groin injury, I want that to heal up.
No. I'll let him rest. Let him rest those 2 games. We'll let him rest and get him ready after the bye. Maybe. What do you think? Give him the rest for this week.
I'm thinking so.
Or you can play him against the Rams, take a chance on the Rams, or cut his snaps on the. Maybe not play him too much with the Rams.
Here's the best scenario, Michael. If Detroit loses to the Cowboys and the Cardinals somehow beat the Eagles, we can let Trent wait until
after the bye.
He can wait till the playoffs is over. If we win the game,
he can sit there and put his feet up on the couch and watch us.
Heal up.
He can sit there with his wife. Yeah. Sit with his wife and root his team on like we do. Yeah. But no, I mean, like I said, and I think the last quarterback that threw 4 interceptions in the game was it a guy? I think for the quarterback for the Jets, I think it was Wilson.
Zach.
He threw 4 interceptions in the game. Yep. So Purdy's not the only one. Wilson of the Jets did it.
Okay, but you know what, Michael? I have a problem with it being called 4 interceptions. You know what? 2 of those interceptions.
It should be 1 interception. The other were
maybe 2
volleyball shots.
No, the one that the Debo was, and also the one to McCaffrey, that was an INT. But give me, I don't want people yelling those ones being tipped around for a few minutes, and then whoever comes out, it's no longer Brock's interception.
They practice it.
Yeah.
Everybody, all the defensive guys practice that in practice.
I know.
It's like a volleyball tip.
I know.
You practice when the guy tips it, throws it, you tip it up where you know there's another defender right next to you and you grab it.
That's why I wish offensive players would just take and dive at the dude that's trying to get the ball. And maybe we'll get a 15-yard penalty, but we'll keep the ball. Don't give him the ball.
No. And that kicker is too good for Baltimore. Doesn't matter. You can put him way back.
And then the penalties. Michael, 100 yards.
The penalties killed us.
It's like George Kittle says, I don't mind, Steve, being manly out there. Most kickers aren't. But that lost 15 more yards. Oh, Steve, wish, Mitch.
But Kittle played good in that game, and I say you played good. Everybody, I mean, like I said, the CMC played good, those 3. Purdy just had his days, he'll be all right. I believe in this kid still. I don't give up. He's one of the best rookies out there. You don't look at those 2 years. You compare his record compared to compare his record from last year and this year.
Doubt about it.
He's got more winnings than
QBR and all that stuff. I mean, look at what the team is with. No, there's a lot of rookies come in with good teams that don't look good. Get out of here with that.
Sure, I tell the kid, keep his head up and keep the faith. You'll do it, man.
Yep.
You're a good kid. He comes from a good family, Purdy.
Pick the last
comes
guy.
From a good family. His fiance's there. He got his fiance waiting for him. He should be proud that he's got a good organization around him.
No,
Purdy should be proud.
Michael, we're gonna
He'll
go.
be fine. I believe in him.
Let me
All
see
right,
if
buddy.
Friday bring that
See
score with you, and we're gonna
Friday.
get that. All right.
You too, buddy. All right, you have a good night, and have a good night, 49 Empire. Keep it great, brother.
All right, Michael. Good night, fam. And ooh la la. You know, I wanted to. You know, ooh la la should return this week. Alice. Good call, Fernando. Well, Rudy's talking about how great Stafford is. 8-7, Rudy. 8-7. My boy's got 11-4. Should be 12-2. 11-12-3. That game against the Browns, that was not his fault. Hey, guys.
And we just signed Sebastian Joseph Day.
Yeah, to plug up that middle.
Tackle.
Stop that running. All right. Ellis, I love it. NFC West champs. Woof, 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 woof. The big dogs. Ellis.
Ronbo, can you come right back to me, fam?
Okay, we can do that if you like. No problem.
Just a few minutes.
All right. All right. And meantime, let's go bring him in here. The antidote that is necessary for the trolling that goes on. And I want Jalen to extend it to some other teams like Texas. But in the meantime, hey, Jalen.
Cliff got the boot. He's still chewing on that goop. And Sean McVay play call like goop. It stinks, Ronbo. Hold on now. No. Let's get something straight. Ronbo. First of all, let's get something straight. Number one, Seattle Gene D. As of right now, y'all have lost 4 games in the division. Y'all have not won a divisional game. Let's remember that. Let's remember that, everybody.
Yeah, because he forgets.
Let's not let that game against the Eagles, that they beat the Eagles, distract them from the fact that they got swept by the Rams and they got swept by us. So I'm not worried about the Seahawks. They sorry as hell. You got swept by 2, Ronbo. If they don't beat the Cardinals, Ronbo, so God help me, DD, you can't say anything. You can't say anything.
But as is pertaining to this team, once again, Ron, 100%. This wasn't on Brock. It wasn't on Kyle. It wasn't on the offensive line. It was on the offensive skill position group as a whole.
Okay.
From the offensive line head coach, the offensive line coach to the quarterback coach, down to the guy who hands the water bottle to the offensive player. Offense straight up got humbled, embarrassed, bent over, slapped, beat up, and they got humbled, Ronbo. Straight and plain and simple. That's what happened.
No argument here.
That's exactly what happened. They got hit in the mouth. Balls were getting turned over. They got humbled, Ronbo. They got hit in the mouth and they didn't know how to respond to it because for so many weeks we were blowing guys out, putting up this many points. Fans were coming in here saying, "Oh, Ronbo, we beating this team 70 to this. We gonna put up 50." Ronbo, if this was 10 years ago, and I told you, Ronbo, if fans are being cocky, players are cocky. If this was 10 years ago, before social media, before memes, I would have told you, nah, Ronbo, them players, they're not worried about how we feeling. But you can't tell me if the fans are cocky and speaking like this, you cannot tell me them players are not also have that same mindset in their mind.
They do. They do. Even if they won't admit it.
Ronbo, we were cocky those first 5 games. We was undefeated. What happened? 3-game losing streak. Because we started we got too cocky.
Yeah.
We went on that 3-game losing streak, got humbled. What happened after that? Blew out Jacksonville, blew out the Bucks, blew out the Eagles, started smelling ourselves again. Oh man, Ronbo, we the best team in the league. What just happened?
They gotta learn. Humbled. Yes.
Got humbled. Ronbo, the football gods are not gonna let the 49ers go around, and we have to be humble. My dad always told me, stay humble, stay hungry. You stay humble, you stay hungry, you good.
That's right.
The 49ers got to stay humble, Ronbo.
Exactly.
That's
why I like Brock Purdy being underpaid.
Ronbo, we beat us. The Ravens didn't beat us. We turned the ball over 4 times. We beat us.
Don't forget about the flags. All of them in penalties.
Ronbo,
over 100 yards.
The flags come with frustration.
I know.
So the flags came because we started getting mad and frustrated, so we got off our technique. There was no reason that we can blame this on the defense when I don't even think these guys had barely over 100 yards off, barely over 300 yards off.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
that procedure call against George Kittle?
Yeah, Ronbo. I mean,
what are you doing, George? What are you doing? You've been how long?
Balls, Ronbo. I mean, they got humbled straight up. Somebody said it earlier. We just need to flush this game. Flush it. We got humbled, hit in the mouth, humbled on national television. Guys probably opened presents up the night before. They probably bought
maybe
a few minutes for the game. They mind was in another place, Ronbo. They got humbled straight up. But I can't say one positive thing that I think will help Brock Purdy in the MVP race. Lamar Jackson finna run into his kryptonite, Ronbo, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lamar Jackson does not ever look good versus those Pittsburgh Steelers, Ronbo, at all. At all. So
one of their losses this year, they played Steelers every year twice? Because they lost.
I'm pretty sure they've already beat them once. So
no, the Steelers beat them last time. Well, yeah.
Yeah, they did. They Steelers and they swept them last year, Rumble. So the Steelers always beat the Ravens.
Really?
Yes, they do. They do.
I haven't been paying no attention.
And they all and Ronbo, he never has a good game versus the Steelers. And I'm pretty sure they got the Dolphins next week, if I'm not mistaken. So they got two very tough games, and Brock Purdy has to go against the Commanders and the Rams. So you got the Dolphins and the Steelers, your kryptonite, and we got the Rams and the Commanders. Just saying. Stay humble, stay hungry, faithful. Even we got to be humble, because if we start posting all these memes, you know, the players see this stuff, Ronbo. Social media is a thing. They see this stuff. They start like, come on now, Ronbo. Like we weren't humble. We didn't respect the Ravens this game. We did not. We did not respect the Ravens this game. We didn't respect that person. We respected Lamar Jackson, but we didn't respect the rest of that team, Ronbo. We did not.
I'll admit to that. I didn't. I said after Lamar Jackson, what they got? Yeah.
Plain and simple, they hit us in the mouth. But Ronbo, let me tell you something. This ain't gonna happen again. Oh no. Don't get it twisted.
Next time.
This won't be. Oh no. Oh no. A broke clock right twice a day, Ronbo. This won't happen again. Oh no, by no means. A blowout like that? No.
Loss of face. Loss.
Yeah, no. Stay humble, stay hungry, faithful. But at the end of the day, we still the kings of the West. Kyle and Nee need a 2-year rest.
Yep.
And Gene, D, and Rudy, y'all can keep coming in here crying, but the 49ers, we going to be the best.
The best.
Let's not forget, y'all.
Yeah.
First game of his career, breath smelling like Similac, wet behind the ear, mama titty still in his mouth, nuts ain't dropped yet. Nick Mullins beat the Raiders on national television. And let's not also forget, we ain't lost a divisional game in the regular season since the 2021 season. Ronbo, look, let me tell you something. I'm not worried about this division. Let me get an honest shout out. I'm not worried about this division. And I damn sure ain't worried about the NFC. When was the last time we lost a game in the NFC, Ronbo? The Vikings? Before that,
I forgot about the Vikings.
Before that, who though, Ronbo? Before that, who did we lose to?
Been a long time.
NFC. It's been a while. This sorry-ass conference.
I can't
Stay humble, stay hungry, faithful. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year, Jalen. See you Friday. Okay, a question for the chat. When is the last? Who we lose to in the division last? Hey, are you ready for some Latino geek? Hey, but Emilio, before the Vikings game, we're going back before this year. What team in the division do we lose to?
Eagles.
Oh, but that was in the conference. That was in the playoffs.
Well, you said the last. I gave you the last two teams. It was the Vikings and Eagles.
Yeah, one was this year and one was in the playoffs. I'm thinking regular season. Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Because see, we got that candy booty division. So when we go out of the division, you know. Anyway, Emilio, man, we didn't talk to you yesterday.
No, I was trying to get on, but a little busy there.
Well, Emilio, go ahead, let it out now. What happened here, man?
I'm fine now. No, I wasn't even mad. They was like, I said, well, it's how we know. And I still was telling people, we're still on the Super Bowl. It's just a hiccup because I was at the end of the day. I always say the Super Bowl is a different beast.
Yep.
I said, we're getting to the Super Bowl. I said, we're honestly the best team in the NFC West. Everybody can say, any given Sunday. I said, that's not what I'm asking you. What's the best team in the NFC? Name one better than the Niners. I said, no. You cannot name a better team in the NFC. You just can't.
I'm waiting for somebody to say the
Give
Cowboys.
me one. You can't find one.
Yeah.
You can't say the Eagles because you blew them up. You can't say the Vikings. You can't say the Cowboys because you beat them. If and when you can find one, talk to me. You cannot find a better team. I said, nope, you can't. You just cannot.
In fact, we knew that at the beginning of the season,
don't jump in here talking about Don Bird. I don't want you to jump in here talking about lines against everybody. You done got hurt too a couple times, so I don't want you to jump in here. You trying to come in. So, But
Detroit.
the one thing,
they did a good job this year.
Say,
we got to give them credit.
No, they have. They won the division. They won the division in 30 years. The last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, so they kind of got something similar. So you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. If the Cowboys win this weekend against the Lions, that actually benefits us because then we could still lose another game. I'm not saying we want to, but I'm like, if the Eagles lose another game, we can actually not. I honestly don't think we're gonna lose. We're not gonna lose to the.
They're not gonna lose unless 2 out of 2.
To the Commanders.
Yeah.
They're not gonna lose to the Commanders. And the Rams is just like, I think by that time, I think we might not even have to play our starters. Come around.
No, Emilio, listen, here's the thing. If 8-7, the Rams win out, they could make it to the playoffs. I want to be the team that excuses him and sends their little butts back out to the beaches of Southern California. You know what I'm saying?
I would love that.
Yeah, beat that ass.
I know Shanahan. I know Shanahan. I know, especially Debo and all them. They love Rams. They just hate the Rams. They hate the Rams. They don't like the Rams. I get that. That's how I feel. One of the biggest divisional rivalries since forever. We've been, us and the Rams have been in the same division for years. It's never changed. They done took other teams out, put other teams in, but between the Rams,
and every time they beat the 49ers, you never hear the damned end of it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want any excuse. Beat their ass. I don't care what the situation is.
You don't want to give no right. Yeah. You don't. But I'm just saying, it might come to that we might not lose the play depending on our outcome. It might be like, you know what, take a rest, take a break. It might happen.
No point getting hurt playing a scum-ass team like the Rams.
It is. One thing I do have to say about the game, and I noticed it when we lost the 3 games, Shanahan likes chasing records. I get you trying to look out for the play. He needs to stop. I know what he did with McCaffrey. He was trying to give him that record, and we lost those 3 games. He tried to give Purdy this MVP, and he played like shit. He needs to stop. Like I said, it's great if we get him, especially for it's an accolade. It looks great on him. We're not kind of saying thanks to him. We got it, but I'll put you in that position to get. He needs to stop that. Because every time he does it, we play horribly. He tried to give Purdy the MVP this weekend, and it just didn't work out. We could have ran the ball.
Yeah.
He could have ran the hell out of the ball. And he just said, I'm going to show you that I'm going to show you I'm a DJ manager, and I can prove that my quarterback can I'll play your quarterback. I'm like, that's true. But in certain scenarios, you need to stop. You see, it goes back to the Rams. The Rams ran all over the Ravens. You going to tell me McCaffrey couldn't do that? I was like, this is one game you should have gave McCaffrey, and you didn't. This should have been a McCaffrey game. So when McCaffrey was going off, they weren't stopping it.
That's once you get him started. He gets in a rhythm. He's rough.
That was just bad. That's the only gripe I have with Shanahan when he has these records on his mind and someone looking out for his players. It's cool and all, but dude, they're trying to win games. Stop. That's the one problem he has. He needs to stop that. Because it's going to cost him a game. Now that that's kind of out of the window, he'll change that. Because you've seen after that record with McCaffrey went out the window, a whole different game plan went in. So it's just like, that's the only one gripe I have with Shanahan this season so far. He's done good. He done changed his little bit, but it's just those records kill him.
But he knows better,
Emilio.
Shanahan knows he's got to run a balanced attack.
Apparently not. He did it early in the season. He did it early in the season with McCaffrey, and he did it again with Purdy. He doesn't learn his lesson. Like I said, I get it. He's trying to look out for his players, but dude, you're looking bad when you do it. You're really looking bad when he does that kind of stuff. It's just over. I don't want him going into the Super Bowl and saying, you know what? Let me get Purdy the MVP, and then you have a horrible game plan, and we lose the game. You need to stop that. The point is to step on the team's throat, no matter what's working. If it's the run game, let it be the run game. If we're passing, let it be that. Don't change the game plan because you think you know better. Because that didn't punch him in the mouth a few times, thinking he knows better, and it doesn't work out for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only real gripe I've been having lately with Shannon. Like, dude, stop it, dude. I'm like, you see what worked against these teams. Stop trying to prove everybody wrong. That's one thing you need to stop. Trying to prove everybody wrong. That he's smarter than everybody. If somebody's going to outplay you and outsmart you sooner or later. It's been happened to him twice this season.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see it. It happened twice.
And Emilio,
trying to chase records.
Straight up truth. If what's his name over with the Cardinals had better personnel, that would have been a different game. He doesn't have the horses yet. Watch out for that coach in Arizona. He's sharp. And I saw some things that kind of got me concerned. But we prevailed, you know.
No. Not like I said. Sometimes we get figured out, but it's just Shannon a little too big headed for himself. Oh, watch me prove this guy wrong. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Why do you think we lost the Rams? Depending in the interception in the championship game, we lost to the Rams. We don't like, going back to this season.
Bill,
There's a certain thing that teenagers get too big for themselves, and it just doesn't happen.
We're going to go. I'm going to see you Friday. Good stuff as usual. And we bring you in for that W of the L. They've giving us scores lately, though. Yeah, all right.
Well, we beat the Commanders, but it didn't
Yeah.
It was just, like I said, the Ravens played a hell of a game. I give it
They
to them.
did. We got to give them some love. Yeah, they did.
And
they were real cool about it after the game was over, too. Everybody's being friendly. All right, fam.
Yeah, like I said, they deserve that one, but all right. You have a good night, and everybody else out there.
You do, fam. Happy holiday to your family, too, fam. All right. Night, Emilio.
Thank you. All right. Send to you and your family. All right.
Thanks, fam. And what about... Okay. All right. Yeah. Bill!
I already watched the game. And you can't go off on Purdy. And I saw him on the sideline, really upset, and he was crying.
Nobody's.
I want to send a message to Purdy. Hold your head up, man. That's going to happen in the O-line. I mainly blame the O-line because if you got somebody running up behind you and slapping your hand when you throw, and he's already been through an injury with his arm, I mean, any other quarterback, including Brady, Tom Brady, and even Lamar Jackson would have probably threw picks like that. So, I don't want to hear about that. Go ahead. Keep talking trash on Purdy. He needs to get up and prove them wrong. And just like they were saying, like a few callers were saying, scratch it, let it go. Let's go beat the bricks off the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we even got to even play our starters on by the time we even get to the Rams. And if we have to, well, we'll beat those Rams, send them home, and have to face the Sea Chickens. But it was, they were celebrating. I get to see some videos of the Ravens team celebrating. They really wanted it. And, I don't even think they were going to make it far. Because is Pittsburgh in the hunt?
Everybody knows about Steelers and how they handle the, I don't think so.
Right.
They're out of the playoff picture.
Does anybody know if Pittsburgh, if anybody wants to look up and see if Pittsburgh's in the hunt?
No, they're not.
Or are they eliminated?
No, AFC does not include the Steelers. They lost too many games. These last 2 or 3 weeks. They were actually running pace in a minute after they got rid of that coordinator. But they're out.
Well, they still got the Browns. The Browns and the Steelers slapped the tar out of the Ravens. So
that's right. He has problems with the Browns too. Actually, we're the same kind of team that he loses to, which is really surprising how we got that loss. But again, but remember, Bill, we contributed to their winning more than they did. 100 yards of penalties, and then we're out there. The INTs didn't help, and 2 of them were definitely uncalled for. Brock had 2. Okay, fine. But a couple of those were not Brock.
Do you think that Kyle deliberately did that to throw Harbaugh off if we meet him again?
Well, some people think so. I don't know. It's kind of hard to rehearse
I've been told
These guys, they're not that good actors.
He wanted to throw a different game plan out because he didn't want to throw his chips out because he's actually everybody's expecting Baltimore to make it in. So, you know, I don't think when we meet him again, it's gonna go a different way.
Yeah,
we're gonna win that game.
No doubt about that.
Way different.
Yeah.
I'm not even upset. You know, I'm not even mad. Kind of figured it would be a little rough, you know. But my concern is Purdy's, you know, his, I forgot the word for that. Basically, I don't want him losing his rush. I don't want him, you know.
No, he's got to stay the same. He'll grow. Right. Yeah, people forget Brock Purdy. He looks like a polished vet out there, but people forget Brock Purdy's 23. He's just been in the league for a little while here. Now wait till he's 26. Now we're gonna have them conversations. All right. Yeah.
Purdy don't need to lose his confidence.
No.
He don't need to lose his confidence. He needs to hold
his judgment
his head
needs
up
to improve.
Forget what the haters say. And if you're a 49er fan and you're really faithful, don't put heat on Purdy on this. We need to actually be holding the O-line responsible, because there's no way in the world should somebody be running up on our quarterback and slapping their hands like that. That is the O-line's fault. If anybody I'm going to blame in this game, it's going to be the O-line.
Yeah, but are you playing Brock Purdy this week, or are you letting him rest?
I would go for the win.
Yeah.
Go for the win.
That's an interesting question, Jack.
Go for the win.
You know what?
I want to let him.
Yeah, Brock needs to
I don't
still
know.
continue.
Do we really need to play Brock? How bad is the Commanders? I don't think are they even a threat?
I got to go look at the game. Now I got to go look at their game, last game. The Commanders got too many people gone.
It also depends on the O-line as well. If we ain't got a really good O-line, we don't need to be chancing Purdy. If our line is still banged up like that, we do need to we need to set Purdy. We don't need to lose Purdy before the playoffs.
Yeah. You know what? We got to run the ball more. You can run the ball against the Commanders and stop. He doesn't have to be throwing the ball every couple of – because Purdy came out throwing. It came out firing, and it looked good. He just was late on that throw to Debo. But every team's defense isn't as good as the Ravens. So I'm not really going to be concerned about that too much. But they ran into a buzzsaw, the Ravens. And that shot that he took to the arm scared me to death, too. Whoa! I just hit him. Oh, that was right on the arm. He pretty went down to the dirt, had another stinger. Neck was killing him, and they had him in the blue tent. He wanted to come back out there, though. He's a tough kid.
He should have put the backup in the third quarter. He should have let Purdy rest. As much as hits as he was taking, he should immediately set Purdy and put up the backup. Because the backup come out on fire. I believe this is sad because I believe Purdy's arm was hurting him from how he was getting hit. If we would have set him down and we would have put the backup in, I believe our backup could have did the job because he came out lighting on fire.
No, I knew Sam. We saw in the preseason. People think Sam can't play at all. I said, I don't know about that. Yeah, I looked pretty good in the preseason.
So confidence in Sam.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Sam a thumbs up. Congratulations. You I won us the game. I believe if he would have started earlier, I think we could have won that. Because there was no game plan for Harbaugh and Sam.
Bill, we got to go, though. Bill, I'm glad to hear you sound a little better spirits today. Good. Bill, I'm going to be back Friday looking for you, okay?
I want to give a spirit up for Purdy. Keep your confidence, Purdy. Don't lose it. And give me a Niner shout-out.
A Niner! Big Bill.
I'm going third top time too, Purdy, but you can do it, man. You got a good family. Hold your head up, man.
He'll be all right. All right, man. Night, Bill. And finally, let's get on back to Ellis. Ellis!
Ronbo.
Ellis. Come on in, man.
Just want to make sure everybody can, get it clear.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you clearly. It's good sound.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
No, you're doing it. You're doing the John Cena. You're invisible. I see what you're. I could see the NFC West champs though. I thought you meant can I see you? Like because you were passing by a little while ago. But yeah. Well, there he is.
All right, man, we back.
He's got Josh. Hey, Josh.
Squad.
I hope you do this number here. You can't see me. My time is here. My time is now. That's gonna be Brock Purdy next year. People are giving him all kind of grief. He's 23 years old. He's got a little over 20 games. What is the world of these people talking about? But Ellis, go ahead.
He got that from Tony Ayo. Shout out John T. He got it from Tony Ayo. Yeah, that's a classic. I got Amaya in the house.
Hi.
Hi, Amaya. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well, better than yesterday. Yesterday was a hard day to carry on after that beat down, but we're okay now.
Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah. Well, Maya and Ellis, what are y'all thinking? Bye. Josh leaving too. All right. Ellis, talk to us, man.
Man, let me see. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna just keep that picture there.
All right.
Yeah, man. Look, it's we gave them the game. They played. They took advantage of what we gave them. They didn't just come in. We did everything that we could, and they just ripped us apart, and there's nothing we could do. That wasn't the kind of game that was displayed yesterday. And it's clear as day. And I hate the fact that it had to happen in that fashion because, Brock has played extremely, extremely well this for the majority of the season. You could say 90%, or even just a slight bit above. He's played exceptionally well. And for some reason on this game, it's, I think because he's not in fear, when he's throwing the ball, he's looking in the lanes. He's not thinking about who's in his face or it could be in proximity necessarily. Yeah. He's focusing on the delivery and when and, how to get the ball out. Or you've seen other times where he does try to compensate and he'll go a little bit over a defender, or he'll sail the ball a little bit if it's upfield and stuff like that because he wants to, compensate for, the oppositions in the area and stuff like that. So he does do
defense.
That.
Yep.
But he's not 6'5", he's 6 feet or 6'1", or whatever. And so they're able to get their hands up. And I think I'm hoping that Kyle is talking to him a little bit more about when it comes to when he's in the pocket, being more aware of that so that doesn't happen, because it was mostly tip balls, outside of, I think it was the first one that might have been the worst one from what I hear. I missed that one because I was having a hard time, with the connection. Like I was saying, I didn't get to until like mid or towards the end of the first quarter. But, there's just some things obviously that he has to get adjusted to and be aware of moving forward, because now that's going to be an even more of an attack, not just them trying to look at whatever other little things and, maybe with the rushes and stuff like that. But Brock Purdy was number one in the NFL and was like damn near was perfect in, when they were blitzing, when he was getting full rushes, his completion percentage and his yards was crazy. He had everybody beat in the league. So that's not necessarily going to work, however, the offensive line issue now becomes more of a problem. And that to me is the biggest concern that we have right now. Not the defense, not any of that. I don't care about Nick Bosa not getting any sacks. Now, Nick Bosa and Chase Young being neutralized has, or them just not being as present or, in the last couple of games.
Because Lamar running around. Yeah, that takes your Chase and Nick thing out to a degree. Because I see Nick one time standing still trying to watch an area. Him and the offensive lineman just standing there, and Nick's not trying to pursue. He's waiting for Lamar to bust out. I said, is this the plan? Okay, well, I can't get mad at that. But Lamar just trotted around in the backfield, just trotted around. Nobody bothered him. I don't know if that's a good plan, Ellis.
Yeah, and if you noticed, Lamar was playing with the defense where when he was breaking out, he was looking like he was going to run, and then our linebackers would rush in after him, and then it would be somebody open, and he'd pop it right over their head. They were baiting us each time. They did that shit to a key, and it was working for them. So there has to be something that Coach Wilkes moving forward. Hence, we do have to play them in the Super Bowl. We got to get there first. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get all crazy, but that's our destination. That's where we should be. That's
Ellis,
but I'm just saying,
Ellis. But immediately, you know what? You could just rush that safety. And Jair is pretty quick. As soon as he starts running around in the back all by himself, because we both. I mean, Chase and of course have made a fence up in front. The defensive linemen, they're not moving. They're going to wait for you to come out. That's when I said, Jair, you get on your horse and you dart up that middle because everybody's occupied and you run him out from the back or you make him uncomfortable. This is where Talanoa Hufanga this is what Hufanga would bring to the table, but he's not there. But Jair can do it. I really think so. Make sure he's not comfortable back there just running around surveying the field. And like you say, when he goes forward, the linebackers jump and there's his opening. He fishes on that how many times?
It was pretty much, and he was kind of being a little bit arrogant. I kind of was like, then he was trying to, to tap our guys on the head, and trying to show some kind of showmanship or just trying to be cool. I mean, whatever, make it seem like he was like, but it's like, all right, man, if they would have hit his ass a couple of times, you know what I mean? Just to let him know, like, like they were doing to our guys, like they were doing to Christian. Christian was getting stuck. Oh, you know what I mean? Our guys too. And lastly, like I was saying, Jawan Jennings not being in that game had a major effect on the offensive production as a whole.
You gotta have a dog.
He's
a dog. Gotta have him.
Those third down plays and everything, man. The blocking upfield and stuff for the run game was. I feel like Kyle was trying to be a little bit like he was using his arrogance, that ends up working against him most of the time, and trying to have Brock Purdy versus Lamar Jackson show versus let me put my best plays and everything together, my best offense
and to win the fucking game. Exactly, and get that MVP. Else we got to stop. I'm going to see you Friday though. So to Josh. Hey, see, it's Josh, Johnny, Amaya. There's one more.
Zamari, she's asleep.
Zamari's
asleep.
Well, wake her up.
Asleep. She's over here asleep.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. No, there's nothing worse than waking up a child. So just leave her right there.
Hey, she's serious. She might take off on you. Yeah. Listen. Joshua's birthday is on Friday, man. He's gonna be turning 10. He won't be here on Friday. He'll be leaving like midday. So wanted to get a birthday.
Hey, no problem. Is it you call him Josh? You call him Joshua?
Either or. You Josh for sure.
You got to call him Josh for short, especially if you're close. And we close. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Big Josh. Happy Nina's birthday. How did you have it right around Christmas? Happy. I know.
Is my turtle.
No, it didn't.
You scared me. I thought it was in his mic's off. Birthday, Big Josh. Hey, y'all have a great evening. Happy holiday. I'll see you Friday.
Happy holiday. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Josh.
Shout out to Niner Faithful. Shout out to Niner Faithful.
We're gonna be all right, man. Shout out to Faithful. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, shout out to Frank. Shout out to Donna Tanisha. Shout out Papa D. Shout out Evan. Shout out to Tony's. Shout out to Chat. You know what it is. Shout out to homie out there in Stockton. What's his name? Norm. Shout out Storm and Norman. You know what it is. Right. Salute, man. Peace, family. Shout out to Chat. Thank you, fam. Shout out production. Hit that like, subscribe.
Hey, Zealous. Y'all have a great night.
It's for life.
There you go. Zealous and the squad all together on these holidays. Oh my God, it's Santana. Dun, 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 dun.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Santana, man, I am like fine because for members of the of the family that had to endure yesterday's game, I was mad as hell, Santana. But you know what's so funny? I kept laughing during that game because I didn't know who those people were. I said, who stole the 49er uniforms and are on that field pretending to be 49ers? What was your reaction? I could not believe what I was watching. They act like we already won the division, man. We ain't worried. What are y'all doing?
Well, Ronbo, I was there at the stadium.
Oh, Santana.
I was there.
I bet you got that ticket a long time ago, anticipating nothing but a good time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a good time either way, but I mean, before the game started, I think Brock Purdy was coming out the field or something like that, and a quarter of the stadium was screaming or yelling out MVP, MVP. And
all he had to do was win that game, and they could not. They had to give it to him if he won that game.
Yeah, man, I just don't understand Kyle Shanahan, man. Like, you know, we came out trying to sling the ball around and stuff like that, and we kind of went away from running the ball with Christian McCaffrey. And I understand Christian McCaffrey was getting stuffed in the beginning, but that's the beginning. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? The players are fresh, the defense is fresh. You know, and he went away from that and started slinging the ball, and I feel like that's where the mistakes started coming in. Like, I think in the first pick, I think we were in the red zone, and what's it called? He decided to go for a pass instead of running the ball with Christian McCaffrey. I just didn't understand that, you know. And from there on, I think it was just, I don't know. I just don't think Kyle was in his bag, you know, and obviously that kind of affected Purdy's play too, you know. I feel like it was a 50-50 from both Kyle and Brock Purdy, you know, having those mistakes and stuff like that. I think it was a horrible game plan, whatever, offensively. And also we can't really blame the defense. I don't blame the defense, Ronbo, whatsoever, for this loss.
They were on the field too many times. They should have been sitting down when they were up a few minutes behind a turnover or a flag.
Exactly. So
the flag, Santana, man.
That flag with Gibson.
Huh?
That first flag against Gibson, I think that was bogus. Dude, the first quarter.
Yeah.
That was such a bogus call, man. He wasn't even looking at the player. He was looking at the ball the whole time.
And also, Santana, you mentioned that. Remember the dude that grabbed, you probably saw it even closer. Remember the dude that grabbed Juice before the ball got there?
I did.
I mean, before the ball was released. The dude grabbed Juice and had him around, and the ref didn't call it. But here comes Gibson next play. A foul on oh my God.
You know, the refs were off too, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, like,
you got to play again. You know, they're part of the game. I know. I just get so tired of them.
Game.
Hey, Santana, how many flags did Gibson have?
Just had one.
I believe he only had one. One or two, one of them for sure.
Did he? I know he had one. I don't remember the second one. Gibson never gets flagged. His technique is
never.
Yeah.
Never. And but I mean, you know, obviously Lamar Jackson did what he did because, like you said, you mentioned, you know, the defense is out there more often than not, and obviously Lamar, with a tired defense, Lamar Jackson's gonna be able to do whatever he wants, you know. Like, we couldn't really contain him, and I mean, it is what it is, you know. But I hope this was a wake up call for the Niners, and we can just, you know, go to Washington and just get back on track and not get too confident. You know what I'm saying? Stay hungry, because the team that I saw yesterday it looked like they were complacent and not hungry whatsoever. You know, and
you know so funny,
and especially not prepared.
Well, it did. That's what I'm thinking. Kyle Shanahan, was he going in for a shootout? Because the essence to stop him is to run the ball and keep his running butt on the bench. You don't want Lamar on the field any more than you have to put up with him. Rest your defense, run the ball, run the clock. Let him have 2 or 3 possessions in the first half if you can. But keep him sitting down. Kind of throwing that ball at there, get it up there. You know, just Kyle.
Yeah,
Kyle.
Offensively, we played into the Ravens.
Exactly what they wanted to do.
I'm pretty sure the Ravens. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Ravens weren't expecting that, and they just felt perfectly for them, you know.
Santana, they were, though. Did you see the way they were guarding? They had a scheme set up, waiting for the 49ers to throw into spots as if they knew exactly how many steps to stay away, what to look for, and everything. That shot to Debo, but again, Brock was just a split second late. But still, Humphrey made that jump, snatched that thing, and brought it back. I said, oh, my God, that's the first time that's happened this year. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, Counties, man, you're right up, what you're saying, they it looked like they knew what was going to happen before the play even happened. You know what I'm saying?
Coach Harbaugh.
They were like just in the right spot at the right moment, but I'm gonna give it to the faithful, man. They were out there, man. They were yelling fucking all like the first, second, third quarter, man. They were so loud. Even after the third pick, man, they were out yelling and stuff like that. But the energy kind of calmed down a little bit after we threw the fourth pick, and after that, man, it was downhill from there. But
Santana, were you sitting next to any rowdy people? The camera panned in on a 49er fan over the edge of the fence, yelling at halftime at the Ravens coming down. You could see he said he called him a B.I. as the dudes were walking by. I said, the 49er fans have turned into Eagle fans. Make him go sit down.
I was around a good environment, so I wasn't around too many crazy people. But yeah, man, that's hilarious.
But Santana, we got to go, fam.
Hopefully,
you know what?
Ronbo,
all right. Hey, I hope we got some time Friday.
And we'll get him.
All right. We will. We're looking for you Friday.
All right,
fam. Have a good night.
Man. I'll see you.
And by the way, Tayshaun Gibson was PI'd, face masked, and holding within 2 plays.
Yeah, no, Gibson was having.
Like
that's
3
right.
flags.
I forgot about that. Gibson did mess up twice because I said, Tayshaun, you're killing me. You're killing me. I remember that. You're right. He did come call for more than one. All
right, Ronbo.
All right, Santana. See you Friday, fam. By the way, Bobo is a 49er fan. He was asking the question, why is it, I don't know if I'm right. He was asking the question, why is it Stafford in the MVP race? It wasn't the kind of question where he thinks he should be. He's asking a question like, Rams fans are wondering why Brock Purdy's an MVP. We're wondering why isn't Stafford in the race then? And Bobo, am I right on that? I think people misinterpreted you. Bobo is a 49er fan, okay? Just in case you didn't know. Hey, it's time for Donut Tanisha.
We say one thing to Rudy tonight. We say, hey, 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 hey. We say we woke up this morning and we got out of bed. Had a big old cup of coffee to fill our head. We run the West, and that is a fact. Still the best team, saying, what's up with that?
Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that?
I say,
ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Rudy, what you got to say? We don't care right now.
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Go sit your Rams down. You know you don't have a chance.
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
We still top seeded. We still doing our thing.
What's up with that?
Say,
what's up with?
I say everybody out there, we out here in the Bay Area saying what's up with that. That's right. We out here in the Bay Area. Visiting the family and the friends. Don't matter what the game says, we still talking smash.
Yeah.
What's going on, Faithful?
Hey, Faithful.
Well,
oh yeah.
We finally lost the game. Give all the squirrels out there little nuts so they can fight over it. You know what I'm saying? Because how many weeks did we make them wait? That's why Rudy's all over Twitter. Oh, he's just throwing a party. The whole page is light up with memes and all this stuff. I said, he's been waiting a long time. Bless his little heart. Let him have his fun. That's so pathetic.
Ain't it cute, Ronbo? And you know what? Right before we got up on here,
We were talking back and forth. I don't know if he saw me, but I saw him. He's going to sit out there and ask. You're going to ask, is we going to sing? You, of all people, we've been waiting on you. For which I've been like, yoo-hoo, Rudy, where you at? Man, it's like Beetlejuice. You say it 3 times and he show up.
How you doing?
Oh, there you say you better sound. That's because I couldn't hear you there for a minute. I can hear Tanisha real well. Okay, go ahead, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let's flip the script on them there. How you like us now? Sound a little bit better?
Oh, I like y'all a lot now. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I had both these
now check this out.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah. We're going to keep it short and sweet right quick. Like I say, we for the first time in a long time, you know what I'm saying, we out here in the Bay Area. We represented. We came out to represent and say what's up to family and everything. While we was traveling, we saw nothing but 49er fans coming from the train station, coming from the bus station, coming from the airport, from out of town, business family, and I guarantee they went to the damn game.
Right.
This was a wonderful situation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Faithful, keep your heads up. Because like many callers say, I'm not going to go back and say how many callers was right and everything because it's the truth. We have, we still have the NFC. Yeah. Lamar Jackson, he is what we thought we was. It's all good.
He got over.
But you know what?
Yeah, he did all right.
Hey, but you know what?
Yeah.
I got 2 things to say. One, about the MVP race, we still got Christian McCaffrey that's on his heels. Okay, Faithful? Yeah. And another thing, and I think my man Shabazz would agree with this one. Y'all can give Lamar Jackson the MVP. We want the number 6 damn banner.
Yeah, that's fine.
We want the championship banner.
I agree.
And we still on pace to do that.
And Skippy. And Denisha, here's the thing. If indeed my little bit more than a rookie was even in that conversation, do you know how proud I am of that? Now let him get a little experience. Let him get a little time in the game. And see, all of you run around talking, well, you guys ain't got what we got. You got Brock Purdy. We got this. You got Ram. Oh, Rudy. Yeah, we got, Stafford. He wishes he was as good as Stafford. Boy, that's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You know what? What if Stafford has been in the league since when? Since black pepper was invented. And you're going to tell me that after Brock Purdy puts in some time that he's not going to be more valuable? I'll take Brock. No problem. God.
Oh, man, I'll take Brock over Stafford any day. I'll take CMC over all day running backs any lifetime. And as far as Deebo Samuel's concerned, you know what I'm saying, I would take him over his whole damn receiving court. I don't care about Puka, Sanua, you know what I'm saying? Nobody care about Cooper. Broken off the damn shelf cup, you know what I'm saying? Pour a little coffee in him and it's going to leak because the cup is cracked.
Yes, they're good ball players, but I don't need them throwing up in my face about how great they are. And that's what I'm saying. Some immature Rams fans love to talk about, well, we got this, and this. Well, so? There's a lot of teams that got good players. Nobody said anything about your players.
Rams fans sound like Dallas fans right now. You know what I'm saying? They sound delusional.
God, so comical. Wannabes. Wish they could be. We got 5 rings and we get 6. You know what? A lot of Rams fans and Hawks fans, their lives are pretty much over. What are they going to talk to us about then? Because right now, there's, well, y'all ain't got a trophy in 30 years. Okay, now see, here's the thing. If we get a trophy now, we're right up there with the Steelers as the greatest Super Bowl franchise, or greatest franchise in Super Bowl era. 6-2, us, 6-2 Steelers. Everybody else, I forgot about Brady. Yeah, 7. He's got 7 Super Bowls. But everybody else is the level here.
They just need to stay in their lane. You know what I'm saying, Ronbo? They just need to stay in their lane and just wait. Just be patient. You know what I'm saying? Your time is going to come to get to have at least a scent of greatness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we understand you got your paper championship, but what happened the next year? Y'all was the losingest team that ever came the year after winning the Super Bowl. That has to be embarrassing. I mean, come on, Rudy. No matter what you got to say right now, we still 11-4. You still You know what I'm saying? Trying to get in the playoffs. You're just a lurker. You're not even a wild card team right now. You know what I'm saying? When you get a wild card, then you talk to me.
I know they got to go through a couple of teams. Who are those people?
And we're one of them in the season finale, which is next week.
I'm talking about just to even be allowed into the playoffs. They got to go through a couple of teams. They got to go through the Hawks, and they got to go the Cowboys. No, the Cowboys already. Okay, it's the Bucks. Did the Bucks win that division? I think the Bucks won that division. Okay, so there's 2 wild cards: Los Angeles and Seattle. Can you imagine? I hope they both get in. That way I know it's a cakewalk. We don't get a chance to play them, though. Damn it.
Exactly.
Anyway.
They just want to come in just to say, we made it to the playoffs and then get knocked out. That's all they want.
Love it.
They don't have a chance, Ronbo. And, when faithful, when it comes to Rudy, he's like a duck in the pond right now. You know what I'm saying? The top is all calm. He talking smack. But on the bottom, his little Peter Patter feet can't run fast enough to make him go past the water to how he try to look so calm. That's why they always on the cruise mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They cruising. And they cruising for a bruising. And the Niners going to give it to him in the season finale. I don't care if we rest our starters.
You got the UK saying, what's up with that? What's up with that? You got the world whole saying, what's up with that?
Ooh,
you damn right.
Hey, tell we got to go. Hey, let me see. I'm going to see you on Friday.
You know what?
Yeah?
We appreciate everybody on this chat from day one. And thank you for all the love and everything. And let's keep this year in with our heads up high and our chest out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's get ready for the Commanders.
Yes.
Let's get ready for the Commanders.
You guys enjoy your travel around the Bay. I tell you what, the lucky to have you in here. All right, fam. I'll see you on Friday.
Good night, baby. Good night, Ronbo.
Good night, Talisha. Good night, Donut. Happy holidays.
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
And we got to say good night, y'all.
Good night.
Hey, Ronbo, I got to be awake for another 6 hours in the UK, and that just woke me up and got me going, baby. I'm going to make it now.
Good. I'm glad. That's like coffee and donut. Coffee and donuts with a little Tanisha. I love it. Hey, Jack. And now, here he is. He is the head of the Dragon Clan. Goes by the name of Papa Dragon. Pop. What's up with that?
What is up with that? A wise man once said, Ronbo, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
That was Rev.
And guess what? Guess what?
Yes.
Last week it wasn't the championship match.
Thank you.
We don't have to win another game, Ronbo. We're still going to the dance.
There you go. We did that last week. We're winning the division.
We're still going to the dance.
So Joy Taylor and Shady and Jones and Acho's always been on our side. Acho's always been on our side. So I ain't got nothing to say to him. But the rest of that crew, y'all, we still coming in.
Oh no.
No.
Odds aren't on our side. They never have been. They never have been on the side of the 49ers. The 49ers are doing it differently.
Especially Joy Taylor.
We're doing it differently, Ronbo.
She is so nasty.
We're doing it differently.
God.
But we're doing it differently.
I agree.
We're doing it differently. When I picked the last week's game, I said it was going to be 2016 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And that was me feeling cocky. But I put my money on the Ravens because I had a nice spread.
You know what? I know 3 people now that are 49er fans that betting on the Ravens because of the spread. It's a good move. It really is.
Well, no. Business is business, Ronbo. Business is business.
Bazzini did it. I think Casey did too.
Yes. Or as my old manager used to say, who happened to be white, business.
When a white guy does that, I'm admitting to the floor. Man, you gotta take care of business. You gotta take care of business. What?
No, you understand. A lot of white boys, a lot of the white cats from Detroit, man, had a lot of seasoning.
I know. I'm always blown away by
they're
that.
well-seasoned white fellas.
I don't expect
well-seasoned.
Yeah. Till they open their mouth.
They don't got no bland flavor. That they got some flavor to them.
Yeah. I love it.
So, I heard a lot of good discussion tonight, a lot of good viewpoints. But make no mistake about it, man. You got to play the game. You got to win the game. You didn't win it.
Nope.
Period. I just find it hard to believe that some people want to blame the offensive line, then they want to blame offensive line coach, then they want to blame the wide receiver coaches.
But
no one blames the offensive coordinator, Ronbo.
Yeah, we always designate.
Nobody blames the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I know.
How come nobody blames the offensive coordinator, Ronbo?
I have no idea. He got blamed a lot this week, though, Pop.
I'm just saying in general. That's by the fans.
We're scared. He's Kyle Shanahan. Don't make him come over.
So it's like,
don't make him come to your house or call you up.
Whenever I would see a tough defense and players preparing when I interned for the Colts, whenever I would see them preparing, it was always about the minute details, pass protection, hurry up offense, red zone offense, running game audibles, pass protection line shifts. Those are all things I didn't see in the last game.
I know.
In fact,
I worry about that.
A lot of stuff I saw in the last game, from the standpoint of how the game is played, the way I looked at it, it didn't look like the 49ers were prepared for that buzzsaw.
See,
and this is what I mean.
And I hate to believe
defense was ready.
It looked like that, though.
No, defense was ready, but the offense came out, in my opinion, with a very straight up.
No respect for that
game
defense
plan.
Is what I was thinking.
Game plan, right.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is that you read all the press clippings, and when you read the press clippings, they make a lot of sense. Ravens have one All-Pro on their side, on the offensive side of the ball. The 49ers have 5 All-Pros on their side, offensive line of the pro. Now, again, those are all press clippings. But when you start believing that crap, when you start believing this, that, the other, you know what? I remember when Juice made a comment about Trey Lance, and he says when Trey Lance got injured, he was like, "Oh, we're back to 49er football." Ooh. Did that look like 49er football last night?
No.
That didn't look like 49er football last night, not to me.
I'm not sure what that
Not to me, it didn't. And not to me, it is. If you run the ball, Ronbo, it doesn't matter if you get 2 or 3 yards of carry. Okay? If you get 20, 30 carries, that's a lot of yards. That's a whole lot of yards. 25, 35, 40 carries. You got dogs, but he's not using them. So how could this not be on anybody but the head coach with an extra day to prepare to say, look, guys, you got to run the ball 30. I don't want to get my boys hurt playing this tough defense. Let's run at them. Let's wear them down. Then we'll dice them up.
Yes. And by the way, in the process, you're keeping Lamar Jackson sitting down on the bench. That's where I want him as much as possible. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
So I don't care about MVPs. I didn't think Purdy was the MVP in the first place. But again, it's all about our microwave culture right now. Our microwave culture basically says, after about 5 or 6 games, he's elite. No, you got to earn that. Over time.
Now, nobody's accusing him of being elite.
Over seasons.
Yeah.
Over seasons, you have to earn it. And even if you are on the fast track, that means that you sat for a year, you threw for over 50 touchdowns your first time starting, and then maybe the next year
then
you just go to the Super Bowl with MVP and win Super Bowl MVP. Then
you're elite.
You earn that label.
Yes.
You earn that label. You see what I'm saying?
Shannon Sharp made that clear,
I don't care
too.
about the labels.
Yeah, but right now,
exactly.
You can give him
I don't care
MVP,
about...
but you don't need to be elite to win that award. Right. You just need to be efficient that year. And if that be the case, if you're better than everybody else, well, then you get the award. But just don't, you don't have to give him any labels yet. He's 23 years old. He's played 20-something games. Come on. And, that's what I'm saying. I'm so glad this year.
And I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Lamar's having an MVP season.
Honestly,
this season doesn't compare to the one
didn't
that
want
he
to say
was
anything.
MVP.
That's so right. Lamar's he's okay.
But it's the truth.
It is true.
It's the truth, though.
But
people that they should be talking about MVP wise is people like Raheem Mostert, Christian McCaffrey, maybe the Cheetah.
Yeah.
Talk about those guys.
But do not give it to Dak
the
Prescott.
defensive lineman from the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Who's the other dude that's always balling? T.J. Watt. He's always balling.
You talking about Garrett? Yeah. Miles playing with a broke shoulder the other day, was still kicking butt. But we gotta go though, fam.
So,
can I see you Friday, please? Let me make an appointment.
Oh man, that went fast, Ronbo.
I know, right?
Would you give me 2.5 minutes? You gave me 2.5 minutes, didn't you?
I remember people used to do that. Tell me, you know, you gave the last dude 7 minutes, man.
Time.
Gave me 3 minutes. That's why I don't clap.
What's up with that?
Fam,
What's up with that?
I know Jack's been playing about that for a long time.
Exactly.
I'm not the timekeeper.
Everything is this.
Yeah.
Season goes two different ways, folks. Either we rest our players now and just tear through the NFC, okay, as you know, a team without a first round bye, or we try to suck it up and get a first round bye.
Yeah.
And I'm all for whatever causes the least amount of damage.
You know, and I hope either the Hawks
I'm looking at.
or the Rams, if they get in, if they take out the Cowboys or somebody, and then we get them next. Jesus Christ! I'd have
and then still remember, if the 49ers get to the big game and win it, you're talking about the first team ever to do this with Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
With not that many starts.
Yeah.
And a rookie kicker. Yeah. And no offensive line. Ooh. So how can you scrub a unit when they're already scrubs to begin with?
Yes. Pop, we gotta go. This is too good. I'll see you Friday. All right. Give my best to bam, boom, and Mrs. Dragon. All right.
You will.
Happy holiday, fam.
Hello.
There goes Pop. And, Mr. Block Ice, man, please, not paying no mind to haters, bleep off. See, because the haters, they're so pathetic. Crawling and sliming around and their little useless teams. You know, it's got to be painful to look at us.
We're a bunch of chums.
You know, we're having such a good time, and everybody around throwing little digs here and there. Oh, wait, I just take this. You guys are just yeah. That's what I'm saying. Every now and then you got to throw them a nut. We lost the game. Ooh, happy. Brian, get in here and talk about it, man.
Well, you know, Gina D needs to quit walking around Aurora Street in Seattle with those high heels on.
You caught him, did you?
For Marketing Pro and all his girlfriends and Chrissy Everett. God, all you guys just get a life. Get off the street.
Get a job, a real job.
Get a job. Hey, Ronbo. Man, I almost choked on my prime rib last night. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was crazy.
You know, I don't know what they were doing, but their head was not completely into that game.
I kind of wonder if they were just like, we're not going to win this game, and I wish they would have just threw in the towel like after that. After the half. You know?
At least somebody would have to get hurt. Yeah.
Exactly. And oh man, I was so mad at Kyle. I was screaming at Kyle, you know. I wanted him to take Brock out earlier, you know, before the stinger.
Yeah.
But
he can't get that every week.
What do
you know
you
what
do?
I mean? That's going to eventually get serious.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
but
I agree.
did you notice how well Brock handled that whole situation, actually?
Well, yeah, he's been grown up an adult more than a lot of people. He just carries himself that way. Yeah, I did notice. I've always noticed, though.
Well, you know what I love? Kyle always likes to cover his face when he's talking to a player because he knows the camera's on him.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you see when he talked to him last? You saw him, right? I was watching that, too. He didn't cover. He told Brock, I think Brock wanted to come back on the field, and Kyle didn't want him to.
Brock wanted to come. Brock wanted to come back in, and he told him, hey, man, you're having a rough night. It's going to happen. I don't want you to get hurt. Let's just take it as it is. These guys got us tonight. Don't feel bad. We're going to come back. We got some film on these guys. We're going to come back stronger if we see them again.
Yeah.
But I don't want you back in the game. I don't want you to get hurt again.
You know? Trent's sitting down, you sit down. You know, because he's got no protection now. I mean, and also Banks is sitting down, you sit down. I got one guy out there I can trust, and Brindle. The other two guys, I have no idea. So, yeah, sit down. I thought it was the right decision.
Exactly.
Donald did
Right.
well. Yeah, I had no problem with Sam.
And I think Brock Purdy handled it like a champion. He really did.
Quietly
He
went
just
back
went,
inside.
okay. And, you know, players like Mahomes, and I'll even throw LaChump in there. I think they would have had a meltdown in that situation. You know what I mean?
Did you see Patrick, that film on him yesterday? Patrick went off again. Was he screaming at his offensive lineman? I couldn't tell who that was sitting there. Yeah.
Now, do you see any of our players acting like asshats doing that to any other players on our team?
That's
No,
not the way to
not at
handle
all.
that.
Yeah.
Brady used to do that too.
Okay, I'm gonna give the little chumps in chat a little feed here. I dusted off some of my VHS tapes the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, and I do recall Mr. Steve Young getting mad at George Seifert. Remember when that happened?
Ooh,
when he got taken out?
That's epic.
Now, was that not our Super Bowl year when that happened?
Yeah. Seifert, like you're saying about handling things, Seifert calmly stood there and watched Steve go nuts, didn't respond, just looked at him and let him have his say. And Steve finally walked away.
Than he usually did. Stiff as a board.
I was such a kid. I'm looking at that. Damn, what's wrong with Steve?
Now I'm not going to say that this is silly, but it kind of reminded me of the situation. Hey, thank you, Jim Everett, for the VHS tape there. Yes, I did dust them all.
The Rams got VHS tapes, too. I don't know what they're talking about. They think that's funny. The Rams are on the VHS tapes, too. They won 1 or 2 years later, and they act like there's just a whole big margin between them and us.
Now,
clowns.
When situations like that happen with our 49ers, we usually come back and kick major ass. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think this is going to jump the fire out under some asses here. I really do. You know,
they're going to refocus anyway.
Yeah, but what's the point of playing Purdy this week against the Redskins?
Why are you interrupting me? Who's this chump now
Jack.
interrupting me?
Jack just what? Well, you know what? And matter of fact, that is the question. Are you playing is Brock? Would you play him this week?
I would. Now, if he's hurt, no, I don't want to play him. I would save him. But I ain't going to sit here and hate on our quarterback like all these other chumps in the chat like to do, they did with Jimmy.
No, you
That's
know
not going to happen.
You know what I want to see, though? I want him out there, too. I want him to get more experience. He learned a lot from this. It was a school of hard knocks, yes, but it was a good experience. Brock will grow. He seems to evolve. Remember the first couple of weeks of the season? And he got really good after that. So I want to see what he looks like this weekend, actually.
Can you imagine if he actually had a halfway decent offensive line?
Oh, I really would love to see what that's like. If he's doing that under fire, under siege, on every snap, every week, Brian, every week, they're all over him, and he's still getting off some great shots. Yeah.
Now, I'm not worried about signing players that we're probably going to lose this year, but we need to improve that offensive line.
Everybody
we're
agrees.
never going to have a quarterback that's going to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what?
So,
the first round pick is definitely going to be an offensive lineman because we don't know how long Trent Williams is going to play. So that's going to be the best left tackle.
I really think this is. Don't you think this is Trent's last hoorah? I just feel like he's just hurt all the time lately, you know. And I know he's had a lot of. He's a great dude. I love him. I hate to see him go, but we can't obviously win without him.
I know, right? That's why I'm worried.
And yeah, and he's hurt a lot. That's every
year. I knew he was going to be hurt at least a couple of games. But we lucked out. We got Staley leaves us, and I was already scared. And then we get Trent Williams. Now, if we could do that again this year, who's the best left tackle of the year? We got to go now, though. Think about that, and I'll see you Friday, Brian.
Okay, Ronbo. Have a good night, and everybody, love you all. Don't worry about this loss. We're gonna buckle down and go back to Niner football, and all you chumps in chat or haters can just eat that. I don't care.
Here he is, 49er Brian. Happy holiday, fam. I tell you what, we're gonna keep rolling because we ain't losing any more games.
All right, man. Nope.
Right.
Nope. Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Happy holiday, Brian. Night, fam. And AK.
What's up, man? What it do? How you doing, Ronbo?
AK, I'm doing all right, man. We won a division, got to steal the best team, may have home field advantage. We ain't got nothing to worry about. The game was embarrassing, but that's about it for us, is all. What are you thinking?
Man, I was watching the game yesterday with a straight face. I wasn't even mad.
Same here.
I wasn't even disappointed, man. I left work, man. I just sparked me one up and just focused on this man this next week, man.
There you go. There you go.
Because a lot of the things that went on yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty inexcusable. Especially the drop passes, the drop balls that could have probably changed the potential of the game, the momentum of the game if they was catch balls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if these guys went to go see Color Purple yesterday and forgot to, clean the butt off their hand.
Or had lotion on. Exactly.
I don't know.
Because them bounce passes up in the air. And George Kittle, I'm trying to understand. Did you notice every catch George made?
I'm definitely disappointed in Kittle.
He was just juggling them. George, what is? I never seen you do this before.
Yeah, I just feel like this game, it was a lot of mental mistakes. I honestly feel like Kyle needs to start holding himself more accountable. Man.
Yeah.
And when he goes on these podiums, it's mainly him addressing different areas of the field, and I don't feel like sometimes I feel like Kyle, don't get me wrong, Kyle is if not the best offensive minded coach in the league. Don't get me wrong.
No doubt.
But I just feel like sometimes he's too smart for his own good, man. His own knowledge is his own enemy sometimes.
Overthinks.
And and sometimes it make me scratch my head, man, because why are we passing on 3rd and 1?
Mm-hmm. And it didn't work. Although I got to tell you, Kay, I have to admit, I said, look, we're on the 1 yard line. Well, Kyle, you know what? Kyle ought to pass it. Now, I was joking. Kyle did it, and they dropped Purdy 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, man. Kyle just
man, that
I
was
wasn't serious.
Man. That was inexcusable, man. And but as far as the future, man, the way the future looks, I'm not really panicking. I already know where we're going to be at in February.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that really disturbs my spirit is that the fact that we might end up facing the Rams in the playoffs. I really do think we're going to end up playing them.
Oh, please, Lord, please.
Because believe me, Matthew Stafford is going to beat Detroit. Because, his back's going to be against the wall. He feel like they gave up on him and shipped them off for a bag of chips and a Sprite.
Yeah, but you know what, Kay? That's going to be interesting because the fact of the matter is Jared Goff cannot be happy with what happened either. You got 2 quarterbacks in there going to be determined because Matthew Stafford actually, I think he asked out. Jared Goff was sitting there. Jared, you're on your way to Detroit. What? Yeah, we just made a deal.
Yeah,
they're waiting for you to get to because he was pissed off. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that time of the year. That football season went. Yeah, that was a big controversy. Yeah, I remember that, man. And I don't know, man. It's like I don't want to speak on the future. I do feel like we're gonna go to the Super Bowl, but one game at a time, man. I just like how Purdy is just able to, like my man said on the other call, man, he's always poised. He'll never people, it's like when we lose, man, Purdy's not that flashy quarterback. He's that pocket passing QB that doesn't need to do most to make the spectacular plays that he needs to make.
Yep.
So, when he loses, Purdy is young, so it's comical when these other fan bases see him lose,
I know.
But when he's winning, it's just, it's excuse after excuse after excuse. And I really don't care at this point because, when you bring up his stats, all of a sudden stats are irrelevant. That's one
And
thing I
they
don't understand
jump
when
off
it
the
comes to Purdy.
page. He's doing things that have
Yeah,
never been
yeah.
done. And so when people start saying
Yep.
things about, look, man, you know what? He ain't going to be every week perfect, okay? And we can excuse him once in every 6 or 7 weeks. If we can't, we need to shut up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I feel like it's about to get evil, man. I feel like although I was pissed off yesterday and I was calm at the same time, I feel like this loss was a blessing in disguise, man. Once I seen Fred Warner and them laughing on the field and just
I know,
staying
right?
positive about
You
everything.
saw that too, huh?
That's
I thought I was
yep,
imagining
yep.
things. Debo
I
and
was like,
all of them was
yeah, it's
just,
over.
they was tickled to death. I said, what y'all, I
was
said,
like, yeah,
what
it's
y'all
over with.
laughing about? Oh,
So
God.
I love this group, man. It's a brotherhood. None of these guys ever point the finger at each other. They take the loss on the chin and they move on. Besides the NFC Championship game with the Eagles, man, these guys they're always poised. They're a brotherhood. They even do things outside the field together, man.
Yeah.
These guys are good Samaritans. They do for the community, and I honestly want to see these guys win the ring, man. I really do. I really want to see these guys win the ring.
And Kay, I think you're going to, because when they're serious, ain't nobody beat that team. When they do get to the playoffs, they're going to steamroll that. Kyle always gets, even when we don't have teams as good as we have now, we get to the NFCCG. We have yet to go to the playoffs with Kyle and not get to the end of the road or stop one stop before. So this time, though, whoever the AFC, and I hope it is Lamar and company, I would like to see what they look like
don't
next
sleep
time.
on Buffalo, man.
I know, right?
Sleep. Don't let that record fool you in Buffalo.
In
man.
the playoffs, they will be rough because Patrick can't stop Buffalo this year.
Yeah. Nah.
Poor Patrick. I feel sorry for him a little bit.
I don't trust the Dolphins. I don't trust in the NFC. I don't trust the Eagles in Dallas. Man, I don't know. The NFC, it's going to be funny next month to see who's going to be in that NFC. I know it's going to be us. It's a lock at this point, but I don't know who it's going to be.
You don't need to. You know what? If you can't run around like Lamar is the biggest threat. If you can't run around by Lamar, you're dead. They will kill you. That's why I'm not. I want to see Lamar again, but I don't. But because I wanted the cakewalk, because Tua cannot beat the 49ers. Nobody over there can beat the 49ers. But Kay, we got to go though, fam. Let me see you Friday if you got time.
Yeah, I'll be here, Ronbo.
All right, looking for you, man. Talked to you in a long time. How you doing?
Yeah, man.
Great call. Great call. Call of the day.
There you go. All right, Kay. See you Friday, fam.
All right, man.
Happy holiday. And we go to the land down under, where Tony is waiting in the land of thunder. Hey, Tony.
How you going, Ronbo?
Tony, laughter on the field yesterday. I watched that game at one point, and even I started laughing because I said the 49ers can't be serious. Oh, wait, Mr. Block. Tony, hold on a second. Let me give Mr. Block an acknowledgement here. He says, they seem like it's the offseason. Good. Mr. Block. Tony, did it look like the 49ers were serious?
I know the other team was.
No doubt about that. And do you know that Lamar went after Florio for that statement he made? I just read that a little while ago. That's hilarious.
Well, you can look at it one of two ways. You can go on the field and make it look like it's a practice game for you, or you can bend over and get hammered and make it look like it was a practice game for the other team. And Lamar Jackson, as we said yesterday, he's lost one game against
the
NFC.
Yeah, 20-1 now.
20-1.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what these. Well, we've got how many injuries? We ran out of offensive linemen, Ronbo.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to be clowning around, let's not get hurt doing it. That Keystone Cop act with the offensive line at the end was frightening.
Yeah, what's going to happen? We don't know No, I haven't had a look yet, but we don't know the extent of the injuries. Is Trent Williams okay?
No matter what, you don't want him playing this weekend. So, you cannot lose this game this weekend, though. The 49ers have to quit clowning around if that's what they were doing. And they got to beat this team and get ready for the Rams. Trent can rest up until we get to the Rams, and then he can come back out there for that. But
don't Ronbo, I don't even want this to come out of my mouth, but don't forget the Rams.
No, I said he's got to rest up for the Rams. You know what? Trent can rest up this week for the Commanders. I think we'll be okay. It might be a closer game than we want it to be, but Trent comes back for the Rams. I want the Rams beat. I want them bleeding. I want them beat bad. Oh God!
I don't know. Stuff
they beat
gonna
you.
Happen, brother.
They beat you once and they talk forever. I'm still hearing from Rudy. Yeah, well, beat you down, CCG. When's the last time you won us? They're just silly. I don't want to hear it.
The thing with me is, you don't want to expose yourself to little things that you're vulnerable to. Like, when you take a loss like this, teams are going to go, you know what? You can run the ball on these guys.
No,
if you just be consistent, you just keep running the ball on them and let them make the mistakes.
Yeah.
Let them get frustrated. You know what I mean? That's the bit that I don't like. And you can bet your bottom dollar that the Rams are going to try and run the ball down our throats. And they're going to be the team that's going to want to upset the 49ers just to make the road to the Super Bowl difficult for them.
And not only that,
because
we beat them all the time. They've got to be tired of that as much as we were of the Hawks.
We do beat them all the time, but it's a different game when you can say to your mate, listen, man, all we have to do is win this one fucking game and fuck these people's night up off the road to their Super Bowl. We don't care about the season, all right? We don't care about the season. We just care about this one goddamn game.
And you play it loose. But they're trying to get in the playoffs, Tony, so they'll play seriously. I mean, they'll
and we're throwing grenades and, landmines and everything kind of. So they're going to play hard.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to play hard. Commanders. I mean, all the teams now at the pointy end of the season, they're all supposed to be getting better, not worse.
Yeah,
and they are getting better.
Well, the Commanders aren't because they got rid of everybody. But the Commanders are planning for the future. So they'll be playing loose, though. The guys that are out there trying to audition for a job. So you're right about that, though.
Yeah, well, there's that too. There's people out there that want to, audition for a job like that.
Yeah.
But we've got to pull our socks up. That is 100% for sure. And I don't know. I listened to some of the guys after yesterday, and some people seem to have the idea that Shanahan didn't want to expose anything. Okay, fair enough. You don't want to expose anything. Just run the ball the whole game.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that? Wait till they get tired and then start passing it.
Tony, I have actually believed that he thought he'd exploit their secondary more so than that overweight defensive line they got. And if you know what, Tony, somebody mentioned yesterday, those big, beefy, I can't run too fast for too long guys, run the friggin' stretch on them, Kyle. No, he's running them up the tackles, and our offensive line is getting mauled. Oh.
Yeah, you're coming up against the number one defense, and you come out with a game plan like that. That's embarrassing.
That's what I'm trying to understand, and I'd love to ask him if he'd honestly answer. Kyle, could you break that game plan down and some of the thoughts you had before you came up with that idea? He won't tell you. But, I mean, I really wish, because Kyle's good at being really flippant when you ask him questions he thinks are below him. He does that to the media all the time.
You can tell when Kyle's shit-faced, Ronbo. Every time he goes to the media, the hat, the brim of his hat is below, is like you can't see his eyebrows. And when we've had a blowout, the brim of the hat's higher and you can see his whole face. You just look at the position of his hat every conference. And you can tell.
I'm convinced that Kyle smokes dope. because anytime he loves Lil Wayne, he named his kid after him. As you know, Kyle is about as hip hop as you're gonna get without saying anything. And you don't tell me that Kyle has he's got a stash at home. I know it. His wife might even join him. I don't know. But Kyle is definitely lit. You're right. I've noticed it on different occasions, especially when he gets pissed off when he's saying things back to the reporters that are a little bit much.
Well, if he has, he should have had one on the sideline. He might have come up with a better game plan.
Joe. Tell me, we got to go. All right. I'll see you Friday, though. And bring that score.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right. I don't know what's going to happen now. He's thrown the spanner in the works, confused the crap out of me.
I know. It's hard to understand him sometimes. We'll see. All right. Tony,
all right,
appreciate
brother.
You. Happy holidays.
Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa Dragon, the rest of the crew, and I'll see you in the next one. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
I'm looking forward to it, Tony. Cheers.
All right, mate. Cheers.
And roll on over there. Casey, he's a gambling man. He's got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. Oh, sorry, Casey. Go ahead.
Ronbo, what's shaking?
Well, I'm telling you right now, there's so many things shaking. I'm not shaking anymore, though. We already got this game out of the way. I was a little concerned. I'm always worried. I don't always show that, but against the Cowboys, the Eagles, I was genuinely concerned. The Rams and the Hawks, but not because the Hawks and Rams are tough, but the embarrassment we'd have to endure upon losing to either one of those clubs. That scares me almost as bad as the Cowboys and the Eagles. Go ahead, say it, Case. Ronbo, I didn't call here to talk to you about the Hawks and friggin' Eagles or Rams.
Ronbo, I don't think the 49ers are scared of anyone. I think,
They're not. I know they're not.
I look back at this game and, the few bad bounces here and there. It's concerning, Ronbo. I mean, what really concerns me is that Kyle wasn't adapting to the momentum shift early.
Yes. He came out of the half the same way they went in. They looked the same in the second half as the first. When was the last time we saw that?
I think the second that interception happens, Kyle needs to completely change the game plan and go ball control, control the clock. Because the Ravens quickly got momentum. Mm-hmm. Something about those white uniforms. The Ravens were feeling it. Hats off to the Ravens. They all showed up. They played tough. We kind of got the treatment that we gave the Eagles, and it seems like it's kind of going around. A lot of teams are getting it. So,
the Chiefs.
Does this make the Ravens Super Bowl champions? No, not at all. There's a lot of season left. There's a lot of time left.
Got to go through the playoffs.
But, Ronbo, I got to get on this bus right now. I'll catch you on Friday.
Right, Case. I'll be looking forward to it. I'm always looking for you. All right, Case.
All right, Ronbo. Thank you, man.
Hey, thank you, Case.
Have a blessed night.
You too. See you Friday. Yep. All right. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo, what's popping?
Tony, man, I'm seeing things this year that you remember Patrick Mahomes was sitting on top of the world. They have on Get Nick Wright. Nick Wright's, what is that mountain? He calls it the mountain of something, where he had Patrick Mahomes sitting at the Mahomes Mountain. That's it, Mahomes Mountain. He had everybody else was, situated below Patrick Mahomes. And then Mahomes has now had a lot of troubles lately. And did you see that?
And a lot of meltdowns.
Did you see that meltdown he had yesterday?
Yeah. Like a little kid.
It was
like
so
a little
bad.
small kid. Oh my goodness! I couldn't stop laughing.
I couldn't either. I watched it 3 times. I said, Patrick, your mama didn't raise Your mom didn't raise you to act like that. What are you doing? Yelling and screaming. Those guys' veins were standing out in his neck. He was so happy. He's burning up. But he has gotten beaten up a lot. I mean, the offensive line, the Raiders damn near killed him. He can't throw to what's his name? Kadarius Toney. Toney. Boy, Kadarius.
Ronbo, he had that as a rookie with the Giants. He had that 219-yard game in New Orleans, and that was the worst thing to happen to him because then he got the big head, he got cocky, and then you know what happened with the Giants with him and management. It was a rookie year, so Kansas City trades for him. The guy does have a lot of talent. He was at University of Florida.
He
it was
could
him
play.
and Kyle Pitts at
He just
University of
cannot.
Florida.
He just refuses to catch the ball. I don't understand what's going on with that.
Well, Ronbo, you could take the man out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the man. You know?
I mean, Tony, I'm looking for Patrick to run down the field next time he drops the ball. Patrick just runs at him. Kadarius, what do I have to do? I got to throw the ball. I got to go catch it myself. This is where you going, Tom. I'm talking to you. If he goes off, what did he say? I'd have to be sedated.
Yes, me too. But Ronbo, remember what I told you? State Farm commercials. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce with the DirecTV commercials, Taylor Swift, and now the State Farm commercials.
Yeah.
Ronbo, they do not have it. They lost their edge. They got too many off-season stuff,
Right.
off the field stuff.
Tay. She's causing, she's part of this. And Patrick he said a little bit of something about it, but not too much. Because he respects his tight end. But they're having all kinds of weird issues.
Andy Reid's doing the commercials too, Ronbo.
I saw him. What's that insurance commercial, State Farm?
Yeah, State Farm. They sitting at the restaurant talking about the combo meals. That was the shot at Andy Reid.
Bundling. I said, you guys, Tay-Tay's running things over there. You guys are busy doing a whole lot of other things. The only person that's really trying to play here is the defense looks, you know what? The Chiefs' defense looks better than ever this year. Is that a coincidence?
Chris Jones was in one of those commercials too, but he does try the ball.
No, the defense looks damn good this year. In fact, if that offense came anywhere back to where they used to be, you talk about unbeatable. The Chiefs would not be beatable.
I'll tell you this, though, Ronbo, the playoffs, they're going to be a dangerous team as a road team in the playoffs if they refocus, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to have to go on the road. They will be dangerous.
But they're going to have to catch the ball.
You got to watch out.
Travis is not the only guy that can be their weapon. The running game is not bad, right?
Did you see the game Flacco had against Houston? Almost 400 yards. Amari Cooper had 265 receiving yards.
Flacco's going to end up getting a job because if I'm the Browns, I'm waiting for Deshaun to come up out the massage parlor and come to work, and I'm watching Flacco doing what he's doing. I'm thinking, massage, you can get Deshaun, you know what we go do? We paying you a lot of money. We need to renegotiate your contract. No, I got that signed. I guess, that's good though, Tony. I'm glad they did that.
Guaranteed too.
Yeah, they deserve that. Tony,
Ronbo,
the Browns are what ruined everything for everybody else because now if I have a quarterback, I need to pay him that level of standard.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Stay tuned how that's going to work out, though. I don't know if you're going to do some incentives or how that's going to work because Patrick Mahomes signed that $500 million contract, but he's been restructuring to helping the team, though.
Yeah.
Last couple of years.
At least he's that flexible, but they didn't give him any receivers.
I'm telling you, Cleveland's dangerous, Ronbo.
Oh,
Y'all might be seeing them.
I know. If they can make the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised.
Flacco's getting on that roll. If this is the best offensive line Flacco's ever had. I'm talking about even with the Baltimore days.
Is that right? Did he have a good?
Standing back there swinging. I'm watching.
I know.
He had a good line. He had Hall of Famer Jonathan Ogden. He had a pretty good line. But this line, Cleveland's line is top 2 or 3 line in the league.
And then they got that defensive line. They were supposed to be all-world this year, but Deshaun couldn't make it. Yeah. I mean, they built that defensive line. It's just scary.
And I put in your comments earlier, you was asking about Baltimore's losses. And I put them up. I don't think you saw them because you were busy with your callers.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore lost 3 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 of them were at home.
Oh.
The first game they lost was to Indianapolis at home.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
They lost 22-19. I remember I saw that game. Indy came back on that one. The second game they lost was at Pittsburgh on October 8th. They lost 17-10. And then the last game they lost, here we go, Ronbo. Check this one out. The last game Baltimore lost was at home.
Browns.
Against Cleveland.
Yes.
Deshaun Watson.
I remember.
Deshaun Watson's last game.
I remember that.
33-31 in overtime. Cleveland could beat them.
Yeah.
But I say either Cleveland or Buffalo. Watch out for Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo's starting to pick up momentum. They seem to get, and actually, they finally realized, hey, we got a decent running back.
Run the ball.
We ought to balance
Run
this
the ball.
offense a little bit, and that makes Josh even more effective. Yeah.
Yep. And as you see, Gabriel Davis had a 130-yard receiving game last week because of the running game. And that's Ronbo, y'all did something out of character. Y'all started. You said this last night. Y'all started passing all over the field.
Like we don't have a run game.
Run the rock.
You know, boy.
Y'all always run the rock.
That's kind of establishes his game. And that's what you do when you have an offensive led by a quarterback. Why do you want Lamar out there any more than you need to? And we had a couple of 3-and-outs. I said, oh, man, I guess this is going to get better. I wasn't worried because I've seen the 49ers
and I know I'm
start
old school, Ronbo,
Mm-hmm.
but I put in your comments, too, during your live, I said, Kyle, he was in there a couple times. I said, send Usyk down the field on the seam route. He'll be wide open. They won't cover him.
Mm-hmm.
Put Usyk in the passing game. Ronbo, y'all need to get y'all's fullback the ball about 3 times a game.
You know how many of us have been crying about that for years, Tony? Years. Yep. And
he's the best fullback in football still.
He's got great hands. He's open at least 70% of the time. Especially, he's already making that block. He seals his man. And you know what? For that next split second, curl out into the flat and let Brock hit you.
Yep.
Now he's got all day to run.
They
Or
ain't
like
gonna
you said, on the
cover.
seam right. Kyle won't do it.
Because defenses ain't going to cover him because they're so worried about your receivers and McCaffrey out in that flat or on
There's
the route.
too many guys that got to keep an eye on. Oh.
Yes. That's fullback in football. I think he's a Hall of Famer, but his production's been down because y'all will take him out and won't put him back in.
Mm-hmm.
And crush Jordan Mason. Kyle just won't play him. He would have helped y'all yesterday.
I mean, most weeks. You don't need to work McCaffrey to death because Elijah Mitchell isn't available. You got Jordan.
That 240 pounds gets ahead of steam.
McNichols is a good running back too, actually. And if Kyle, if you're going to sign him, then you shift him. He doesn't have to be. He's not going to stop. He'll run CMC all the way. He just doesn't want to get off him. He doesn't have to get off him completely, but give him a breather here and there. Oh, he won't do it.
Yep. Ronbo's looking over the playoff scenarios. I know you ran out of time. We can get in if the Giants beat the Rams for us and we take care of our business.
I love it.
I don't think we're gonna get in because if Pittsburgh beats Seattle, but if Seattle beats Arizona, we ain't gonna get in. We'll be tied because Seattle will have a better conference record at 7-5, and our conference record will be 6-6.
But Tony, Baker Mayfield. Listen, you guys are 1 game behind the lead. There's 2 games left.
Yeah, but they play New Orleans too this week.
They play New Orleans and who else?
Who's their last game? Oh, Carolina. It's New Orleans and Carolina.
It's over. They're not.
And our games are against. We go to Chicago. We got to win that, and then we play New Orleans.
Oh, you know what?
That was our last game.
You know what? Those are actually Chicago's so
We can win.
strange. I don't know who they are from week to week. Chicago beat Green Bay, didn't they?
Yeah.
And didn't they beat Detroit?
Yes, they did. And they just beat Arizona. They ain't gonna beat us.
I don't know if they beat those two teams. You know, Tony, real quick, what are you going to do with Justin? It's time to pay him. What do you do?
To my Justin Fields?
Yeah.
I'm here in Atlanta. That's what I'm hearing, but I want Kirk Cousins.
You know,
I want to sign Kirk Cousins.
Well, no, I know what you mean there.
For 2 years.
But I'm
draft
wondering,
a quarterback and sit him.
But the thing is, Justin Fields, he's going to have to get market money, right? He's a first-round pick. How do you...
Ronbo, he's like Michael Vick. He can't read defenses.
I know, but the thing is, if you're Chicago management, what do I do? Do I let him? Do I trade him? Try to get a first-round pick, and then go for the draft?
You know what?
There's
They're
all
in the driver's seat, and they can. You know why? Because they got 2 first-round picks, 2 of the top 5 picks. They gonna trade them because they got 2 of the top 5 first-round picks, and they got multiple other picks. They're gonna trade them,
especially when you need to redo that team. So I feel sorry for Justin today because honestly, all that's not his fault. Your organization, it's a systemic flaws within your organization and some of the way the thinking and some of the things you guys do. I don't know if getting another quarterback is going to make a difference, but I do know he's got to be paid. And are you ready? Can you afford to pay him? Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, I think he's out.
And that Dallas-Detroit game, Ronbo, is Saturday. And I'm telling you, Ronbo, Detroit's going to beat them. I think Detroit's got the better off. I know you want Dallas to win, but I think Detroit's got the better offense. They got the better running backs. They got the better quarterback. They got the better receivers.
I already
in my opinion.
I already know that they're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys because both times I wanted Dallas to win, they got their butt beat. So you know what? I'm figuring they're going to keep on doing what they do.
Ronbo, y'all in the same. Y'all in the same good seat as Baltimore. The only difference is y'all play on the road this week. That's y'all last road game to the Super Bowl. Baltimore's at home their last 2 games, and then they got home field.
Well, at least the thing is we're playing the Commanders, and the Commanders have gotten rid of everybody trying to shed salary, so they're going to be okay, I guess.
And their offensive line's horrible. They got some weapons, though. They got some nice receivers.
Hey, McLaurin, I've always had respect for that dude, man. So we'll see.
Curtis Samuels.
Yeah.
Curtis Samuels, and then that kid from Penn State they drafted in the first round.
They're building. They got to get a few more pieces, and they got lots of money, and they're going to have draft picks. That team's going to look different next year. So, and they got the quarterback.
Yeah, Ronbo, just go out there and take care of business. It's your last road game.
Yeah.
And no more road games. You at home.
I'm trying to tell you what, I'm gonna see you this weekend. I'll see you Friday if you got time. All right.
Yes, sir.
I don't know you.
Come on, Giants.
Yeah, right. Because the Rams starting to think they're badasses now.
Like the Cowboys.
I know.
I know, Ron, but ain't they full of themselves? They strutting and everything. They finna get hit in the mouth Saturday.
If nothing else, the Giants are physically just ridiculous. I mean, they almost. Exactly. I didn't know they almost beat the Eagles. I stopped watching. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And now I know the Giants gonna win because Tyrod Taylor's starting.
Yeah. DeVito was struggling, wasn't he?
Yes.
All right. Tony, have a great night and happy holidays to you. Talk to you Friday.
Thank you, Ronbo.
Thanks.
This is your last road game until you go to Las Vegas. So this is the last one. There's no more road games for y'all.
Get in there.
And just take care of going on a business trip. Take care of your business.
That's it.
Come home and get healthy.
That's it.
And then it's Ram week.
Rams, man. Rudy's talking about how now he thinks they're the greatest team on the surface of Earth again, and he's trying, and they've got nothing to prove that. But he puts up photos of Nakua and Cooper Kupp and Stafford. They're the best. Oh, please stop. Anyway, we gotta go. I'll see you Friday.
All right, so shout out to production, best channel in the business. And Ronbo, I saw how you
Thanks,
got the
man.
new caller today.
Yeah.
Ronbo, you just glow, you gleam. That's how you drew me to the channel, Ronbo. You're good people, man. We appreciate you.
Oh, thanks, dude. That's real special. Appreciate you too. You know,
And we're gonna take care of these trolls in the channel. We're gonna take care of them.
Oh, I love
and I'll
watching
see
it.
you Friday, Ronbo.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, Texas boy, I can't wait for Saturday, Texas boy. Good night, Ronbo.
Good night, Tony. Oh,
Take care.
God. You too. And fam, you know with that, let's go ahead and call it a night. Thanks for the contributions, fam. And please, don't forget to subscribe so when the notification hits, you can get on in here and you can join people like Texas Boy and Rudy, Chrissy Everett. They're really special. They're fun. And then the real people, my guys, and the girls, you'll love Sharice, and the rest of the 49ers, ready for prime time gang. I'll see you Friday. Let's go with those scores of the upcoming weekend. Oh, God, I love doing that. Oh.